rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist. And we tearing down this place, off the liquor that we chase. Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine. Got a fine little body and her mind's kinda naughty. They say that once you taste it, you cannot replace it. She could get you high, all the dopamine inside triggers fast once she's naked. Her body's a creation. They say the devil made her for his entertainment, but even he couldn't learn how to contain it. Her high heels make a damn good statement. There is no replacement, a body by Satan. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face, baby I don't need no space. Coming closer for a taste, and I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex, drugs, cocaine, body so insane. Jealous of the clothing that she wears up on that tight frame. All game, no shame, baby came here to play. I feel like an addict cause she's sex, drugs, cocaine.
Guess I need to put myself on screen first. Cheers, y'all. Can you guys hear me? Better make sure I got the right audio input set up. I do. All right. We did everything right. There we go. CSU is down by 2 with 3 minutes left. Last I saw, according to this, they just missed. I think it's now they're down by 4. So not looking good for the running Rams of Colorado State. They played a good game, though. They should feel good about themselves. Looks like they're kind of choking here at the end with the chance to go to Sweet 16. Oh, well. Interesting week, though. My bracket is not busted because I actually predicted CSU to lose this game in my bracket. It's the only time I ever pay attention to college football at all, and I don't really watch the games. Like, I didn't even really watch CSU other than maybe 15 minutes in the first half. So, anyway, not that invested in it, but it would be cool to see him go, as I did go to Colorado State. Anyway, I am drinking tonight some Redemption High Rye pick. It's a Total Wine pick. This is one of my favorite go-to picks. I love these things. They're super cheap. I freaking love them. Even the Total Wine ones, which I don't know. Do you guys normally like the Total Wine picks? I find that they are usually pretty good. All right. I'm going to leave the CSU game on. Minute 30, Rams down by 3. We'll see. Okay. Say hi to some folks. First and foremost You guys, if you want to jump on, that's what this is for. Love to have guests and visitors, even if they're Tennessee fans. How's Tennessee doing in the bracket? Are they still in it? I don't know what that is. Cheers, Priest 801. What's happening? What's up, Josh Fritz? Hi, James Morgan. How's it going over there in London, France? Crazy bastard. Oh, wait, I switched from UK accent to, like a New York or Boston or Chicago accent. Like, that was weird. Yeah, go Rams. We need an upset here. We need an upset. We need an upset. All right. Well, who else we got here? We got Joe, the sample guy. Cheers, Joe. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, hit that like that hit. Maybe if your name is Eric Thompson, you'll get a hit. Oh, shit. There's Roger. He's not in Florida anymore, I don't think. Roger Randall from like Missouri, living in Arkansas. I think he was Missouri. Where were you living at before, Roger? How's the wife? And we got everybody saying hi to everybody. Nice night for a pour, isn't it, though? Like, it's almost morning for you, James Morgan, but I digress. It is morning, technically. Go Cats. Dude, we're not talking about freaking, when I put sports in the theme, it doesn't mean we're talking about like, Cats, the show, the musical. That's not what we're talking about. I meant for sports. Just kidding. I don't know. You mean talking Wildcats? I don't know which cats you mean. Doesn't make any sense to me. Top dog. All right, where are we at? We got chance to tie here. I'm not watching. There's a minute left. I'm watching like the Gamecast on ESPN. So CATS, cats, bro. Like, are you talking like Kentucky? Did Kentucky win? I know they were playing and they were up by like 10 earlier. I think it's over by now. I feel like that was in the second half too. And it's tied. What's up? With 45 seconds left. All right. Let's see. We'll do a quick poll to see who you guys think is going to win this thing. Okay, let's see. With 16 of you watching, I forgot how to do a poll. Here we go. CSU. Oh wait, who wins? CSU, Maryland. Start. There we go. Let's see what you guys got. All right, let's see who else is here. We got Tommy D. Awesome. Hop on in when you're done, Tommy D. It's always sad saying goodbye to your kids, even when they only live like an hour and a half away. Kentucky won. Okay, that's good. I would have rooted for Kentucky. I think I have them on my bracket right now. You don't even live in Kentucky. Come on, Dustin. You're better than that. And you like scotch, so don't even give me it's because of the whiskey. Tie game. Man, who's going to win? Feel like there's just too many big men compared to CSU being a bunch of little men. That's what they said. Although Charles Barkley picked CSU to win this. I don't care if this busts my bracket. I want CSU to win. I'm not even that vested in it. Like, I didn't watch a single game all year. Okay, let's see. Is it still timeout? Oh, yep. Offensive rebound. Okay. Oh, foul. You graduated from college? Would not have pegged you as a college grad. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. Just playing with you. Yeah, just playing with you. All right. So let's see what's going on here. Foul on CSU with 20 seconds left. Is that what's going on? Man, that's crazy. Where's Marty? That guy. I need to know more about college basketball. Marty, I'm getting ready. I've got my baseball caps ready, man. What is it? 27th is opening day of Major League Baseball. Yeah, true, Dustin. True. Just kidding. It's impressive. It's more the work that goes into it. But I did hear that like a lot of the boys and girls are brothers and sisters there. Yeah, who the fuck is Marty? I haven't heard or seen Marty other than on his stream in like a decade, for the record. Other than I see him in chat. He's got a bot that just goes in and logs in, says, "Hey everybody," at the very beginning of a stream. AI, you son of a bitch. AI is taking over. I appreciate you putting that in your bot, putting Livewire in your bot, though, Marty. That's nice of you. Yeah, Josh, I am not sure. I graduated from tech school, so not exactly on the bright end of the light bulb. So what's the score? 68, 69. He made one. He made the second free throw. 22 seconds left, y'all. Okay, let's see what the poll says. I got to go switch. CSU, you're going to lose because everybody voted against you with 11 votes. $69. Dang. Well, CSU played hard, though. I'll give it that. I'll give them that. They did a full timeout. If they make a three at the buzzer to win it, oh, did I just? Oh, yeah, that was the. I wonder. Look at this. It just says Livewire Whiskey where the results are. There's nothing there. Yeah, I don't even know Jenny's phone number, so it's hard to schedule with the executive producer. Ole Miss is up big. Good. Good. I don't really care. Other than I've been to Ole Miss campus and it's gorgeous. If you guys have ever been to the Ole Miss campus, dude, it is like it reminds me of like old school, like what you like, just like colleges you see in the movies, right? Like the big brick buildings. Actually, CU Boulder has kind of a cool campus like that too. But yeah, the Oxford, Mississippi, Ole Miss is pretty cool campus. Tennessee is a lame campus. I want to go see University of Tennessee campus pictures. I want to see this. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, it's all right. Whatever. All right, 11 seconds. Oh, it's 11 seconds. I thought it was like 22 seconds. Yeah, dude, I'll tell you. I bought like 16 or 17 years ago, and it was now. God, time flies. I went to Oxford, Mississippi to buy a Labrador Retriever, at Wild Rose Kennels. And it was worth every penny of that like $4,000 16 years ago that I paid for that dog. And then I paid another $2,500 to get him trained for hunt tests and go hunting. My best friend, I should get a picture of him tattooed on me. Oh, CSU made the 3-point jumper. They're up by 1 with 6 seconds left. What? That's crazy. So I've got like, these are the new era baseball. I mean, the baseball caps, but I also have a Nuggets one. So I have they're fitted 7 5/8. But Logan and I are trying to we're trying to go get every Major League Baseball team. So, but I happen to be a Padres fan. That's why I'm wearing this one tonight. Padres are probably my favorite team because nobody can have the Rockies as a favorite team. All right, let's see. Come on, guys. I'm going to open up Hulu. I got to see this. Although Hulu is like 30 seconds behind. So you guys. Is it over? Four seconds left. Come on. Where's that? Like, okay, let's see. Where's that? Oh, I gotta mute. Okay. CSU game is about unbelievable. He hit that 3-pointer. .6 seconds left. They've got to hit a rush shot. Like if they win, Maryland deserves it at 3.6 seconds left. There's like a 30-second delay here. Still a Maryland timeout. All right. I can't look. Now I'm excited and I don't even want to be excited. Just because I never would have thought. At least they covered the spread. Unless they foul and then like get blown out in overtime. Look at that Maryland girl with the shiny red hat. She's like super pissed. They're going to give it to that Queen guy. He's been scoring all night long. Oh, Queen made it. It's over. Oh, well. Good try, CSU. They fucked it up. You got to like cover Queen. Didn't I tell you they're going to give it to that Queen guy? I fucking told you guys. Man, that was a good shot too. They played good defense. Oh, well. CSU sucked. All right. Now we can go back to the whiskey talk. We can go back to whiskey. All right. All right. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would say, I mean, there's obviously Mississippi's got some pretty downtrodden areas, but like any state, but it is, I think it's fundamentally one of the poorer states in the country. I think there's several of those states down there, even Arkansas. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, now everybody's texting me. CSU lost. I'm signing off. Fuck this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm good. Joey B, what's up? Joey B from Maryland just beat my Rams. Fuck you, Joey B. Just kidding. All right. Yeah. Yeah, that makes me kind of giggle. All right, I'm done with redemption. It's time to try something new. What's everybody drinking? I need to pour something new. What are you guys drinking? They're the poorest and least educated. Yeah, Priest, we lost. Hey, played hard, man. Played hard. You know, they had to win the Mountain West even to get in with a better record than Maryland. So fuck this system. They deserve to be there. Oh, Roger, was it your birthday yesterday? Come on here. Let's have a pour. You're drinking Buzzard's Roost? I don't think I have Buzzard's Roost. I feel like I can't get that here. I don't know. Backbone 10-year? I don't know if I have the 10-year, but I have a Backbone. That's pretty good. we're going to do the wheated one. All right. It's so funny how some things are better uncut and other things are not as good uncut. Just kidding. Cork in there. 122 proof. I love this thing. This is one of my favorite bottles from last year, if not my favorite bottle. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. Random question. Have you grabbed any of the Buffalo turkey bottles? I don't even know what that is. You know what's kind of funny on that? Maybe it's just my palate. I need to stop drinking the water with flavor in it. Just put it to regular water. Because I got almost a kerosene note in there. Definitely don't get that on the nose. Never had it before, so I don't know about that, but I need to bring this down just a smidge. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'm not sure I know what the Buffalo turkey bottles are. Oh, and then aged at wild turkey? No, I've never tried that. 16-year-old Buffalo Trace with a wild turkey mash bill, but aged at wild turkey. Like, why would you do that? Like, I feel like it's just going to be wild turkey. Like, I mean, the still maybe is a little bit different, right? But it's not like if it's the same mash bill, maybe different water. Is that what that is, Top Dog? It's the buff turkey. Because I did buy one of those, I just haven't gotten it yet because it hasn't. The bottles haven't been delivered, haven't been shipped yet. But I got the. Thought it was a 15 or 16-year-old. Oh, it's Buffalo Trace's yeast. I gotcha. Clearly, yeast makes a difference because there are several distilleries that have very similar mash bills outside of the yeast, right? Yeah, we haven't gotten the 16-year turkeys just yet. I got to ship bottles this week for. It's only been like 4.5 months that I've had Shane's bottles. It's approaching bourbon status. Might be worse than Ben now. I just hate shipping. Like, it's my least favorite thing to do in this whole thing. Like, not because it's expensive. It's just like, it's just really, it's exhausting in my brain. Really? Well, I can't wait to try the one from. It was expensive though. I mean, how much is it normally going for? I know that the Storytime one was like $250. How much are the normal bottles, like the non-Storytime ones? I don't know how much they are. Oh, 250 is a steal. Good. Oh yeah, that kerosene's gone now that I got rid of the like flavored water. $250 to $300. Okay. It's funny. This chat is actually slightly behind the actual YouTube chat. I looked at YouTube chat to see. Man. Yeah, the non-story times are 250 plus. So Shane giving us a good deal. Way to be, Shane. Way to be, Shane. Shane will not be on tonight. He is in China still. Pretty sure he's going to be accused of espionage. He's been in China for so fucking long. They're going to like be doing full body cavity searches at the airport to make sure he doesn't have any. Just kidding. Like what's he going to be able to steal? A whiskey bottle? Come on. No. You could hide that in his, what would we call that wallet when his customs wallet? There we go. We'll call it that. Oh, that's what it is, Dustin. They'll be 16 years. Well, it's a pretty big difference between 15 and 16 years. Oh, it's going for 360 at 16 years. That's so they kind of have to do that, right? Because don't they have to pay taxes for it every year when it's sitting in the barrel? So either way, it costs some more money. I don't know. Have you guys been following? There's this like he can't even stream on Twitch or YouTube anymore. He streams on like one of those streaming platforms where there's like no censorship or anything because he does like really dumb shit. But he was in Japan like a year and a half ago, and he does obnoxious shit like grinding on people on the subway, like throwing food in public, like just all this stupid, like obnoxious shit. And he got arrested in Japan, but fled. He kept his passport and left. Ended up going to South Korea. And South Korea, he started doing all this shit. Like he goes into a 7-Eleven. His name is Johnny Somali. And he goes into 7-Eleven. He's like throwing soup all over the 7-Eleven. Well, because you can eat at the 7-Eleven out in Korea. He like walks around with a fish, like a rotten fish on the subway and puts it in people's faces and tells them to smell it. He like made out with one of the statues that's like an important statue, like they have all these statues that pay homage to things or are representative of a hero or something, and he like pretends to make out with a girl one. And so he's got all of these like non-felony and then 1 or 2 felony cases now that are there where he could be facing like up to 10 years in South Korea. And South Korea was like, give us your passport. You're not leaving. You're not allowed to work. He's like staying with somebody he met who's like another streamer. Kick, I think is what it's called. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. He's facing time in jail, but he keeps doing stupid shit. Like, I don't know why there's like all these, they call them IRL streamers in real life. And they're all in South Korea doing crazy shit. I mean, most of them are respectful and just, like a travel blog, but some people are like, yeah, not cool. Anyway. More evaporation. So does that mean it's higher proof the longer they're in the barrel, or does it mean it's just more evaporation in general? Yeah, I want to say Shane only got like 70 bottles out of his barrel, something like that, 80 bottles. Yeah, so I mean, must be probably less than that, depending on where in the warehouses they sit. I assume they're all sitting together. So next week I'll be live, but the week after I will not. So I didn't pin the thing in chat. Why didn't you guys tell me? There we go. So now if you were trying to join but waiting for me to post it, I did post it, but I didn't pin it. So please do join when you guys are ready. And anywho. Yeah. So this one's a lot better. Like when I first did it, drinking that like flavored water, like this was tasting all kerosene. So Augusta said their barrels ranged from 102 to 148 proof on the 15. I don't know what the proof is on Shane's. Top Dog, what's Shane's proof? Yeah, that man, 148. That's fucking crazy. What's up, Sean? Yeah, a little bit of a slow start, Sean, but we were kind of watching basketball, so kind of slow. We'll see. I mean, Anthony's last I saw Anthony was still going, so maybe we'll just go send everybody over there and Mike will go take the night off. I love it when Anthony's streaming. He deserves it. That dude is one nice dude. I like Anthony a lot. He's a super nice guy. He's like the guy, if you want to find somebody in this community to trust, that's the one it is. Not a lot of those, but there is him. He's pretty genuine. I don't know how much those are going for. I doubt they're that much now. Maybe. I mean, it's got to be close to that. So if he got 180 barrels, let's look at the calculator here. So if he got 180 barrels, and or 180 bottles, not barrels. Yeah, that definitely can't be it. Not 180, 80 bottles, 80. Yeah, if he paid 150 if he paid, I mean, he's charging 250 with shipping, I think. So that would be, yeah, it had to be somewhere in that 150 to $200 equivalent bottle range per bottle. That would make it $12,000 to $14,000. Yeah. Based on how much everybody's charging for it, it's probably closer to the 14, if I had to guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think, man, this backbone is pretty good. All right, it's time to do a bottle kill over here. Not much left in this one. It's an old pick I had. We'll put that on the floor so it doesn't bang all over whatever else is in the trash can. True. True. So yeah, if I had to guess, it was probably in that $12,000 to $14,000 range. You can't, like, barrels in general. A lot of them are pretty cheap right now, from what I understand. You know, Shane's always talking about some pricing he's seeing on barrels because he's always looking to buy barrels. So I don't know. Anthony, he has to be to work at like 5 in the morning or something like that. Like he leaves at like 4 o'clock. Yeah, so it's like it's crashing back to where it should be. Eric Gunderson, cheers, Eric Gunderson. What up? What's basketball? It's the Canadian pastime, I'll have you know. I wonder what's more popular internationally, hockey or basketball? I mean, clearly soccer is number one internationally, not in the US, but everywhere but North America. Well, Canada, everywhere but Canada and the US. Oh, see? And yet you guys have never meddled. Just kidding. I don't know if that's true. It's totally making that up. Let's see. Let's ask AI Perplexity. What are the 3 most popular sports worldwide? Okay, I did the quick search, not the deep search, so we can get through this quick. Oh, soccer, cricket, and basketball are the three most popular sports. Cricket is number 2. It's actually it's actually a lot closer to soccer than you would think, probably just because of India. So soccer slash football with an estimated fan base of 3.5 to 5 billion people. Cricket, fans, cricket at 2.5 billion fans. So basically all of India. Isn't that like, yeah, isn't India like, isn't cricket India's favorite? I'm just saying. Yeah, I think basketball is number 2 in the US behind American football. Yeah, and they have huge populations. So, dude, I was up in actually Ben Demon Hunter's neck of the woods. God, like 25 years ago now. They had it was a trade show called not Geo Triad. It was called the Geo Triad or something like that. It's an oil and gas show that was in Calgary. And it was 2 weeks long. This trade show was 2 weeks long, but over the weekend I had nothing to do. I couldn't do anything. And so I go to the park, I bring a book, I'm at a bed and Airbnb, or not even an Airbnb, a bed and breakfast, house that you rent a room, because all the hotels were completely booked out by the time I made reservations, because I had to go like 4 days before it started, but I was staying there overnight over the weekend. And so I go to this park and it's like, I'm sitting there reading a book. It's summertime. I'm reading a book and these people are playing cricket, and it was the same game for like 7 hours that I was at the park, because I didn't have a TV in my room at this, bed and breakfast. And so I was like, I'll just be at the park. I'll do some reading, watch people, whatever. I was watching this cricket game and I understood it less when I got done, because I didn't ask anybody any questions ever, and you didn't have internet as available as it is now. You're traveling with a pager 25 years ago. And it's like, yeah, it was the craziest thing for like 7 hours, same game. I'm not even sure they changed, like teams batting. Like, it was the craziest freaking sport. I don't know anything about that sport. I felt like the same team was batting the whole time. Same people were in the field for like 7 hours, chasing balls around before they get to this ring. That's the only thing I figured out, is you don't want the ball to get to the ring. But you didn't even have to hit the ball forward. It's the weirdest thing. You could hit it any direction. Massive cricket people sounds like a campy 50s horror flick. Dude, I remember like the 80s horror movies. Those were when like they were scary, but they're not like scary like today's horror movies are. Like, I can't watch today's horror movies. I feel like they're all like evil and kind of, cursing me without knowing I'm being cursed at that time. Oh, was John Kranz here? I missed John Kranz. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was John Kranz. I didn't know you said something else, John. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're kicking ass, John Kranz. So I spent the early part of last week in Minneapolis. It was actually way better weather than when I was there in February. When I was February, it was like 0 degrees. It was like they had like a 45, 50 degree day when I was there this week. It was pretty nice. I thought of Minneapolis just because John's here and he's not even from Minneapolis. Not 100% sure why. So, I have a notification. Hold on one second, y'all. I need to see. Was that a voicemail? All right. Texting my kid. All right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I feel like cricket, I don't think there are rules. fact, I think everybody's on the same team in cricket. So, look at that. We got the Whiskey Shaman. Cheers, Whiskey Shaman. What's happening, man? It was in person, not in TV. I wouldn't be watching. If I had a TV, I wouldn't have been there. I would have just watched lame Saturday movies. And I love it when people chase balls. You're not wrong. Even each other's. It's pretty funny that way. Yeah, I like that backbone. That's pretty good. Oh, man. Well, I am running out of things to talk about, y'all. So, what are we going to drink next? I'm finishing this backbone. I need one more thing to, I need to pour another. Oh, it's pretty good. I enjoyed the water. Okay. What should we pour next? It's still March. Drink some redacted. I don't have any redacted. Oh, we got Giselle's in the back. Cheers for saving me, Giselle's. Way to be, buddy.
Sorry, you just got to shut YouTube off. I've been watching you. Been trying to like bang out some work. I was going to ask you about baseball. You know, I see you got your Padres hat on.
Yeah, my favorite American League team is the Red Sox, though. I'm not going to lie.
Well, I'm excited to see baseball in general and get past March Madness. I'll end up watching, you know, the next, you know, week or so, but you know, I'm excited to see the Red Sox. I want to see the team like play hard this year, and I want to see them do good and surprise some teams. I also want to see the Padres in the World Series. I want to see anyone but the Dodgers, respectfully.
I hate the Dodgers. I feel like they're cheating.
Yeah, they are. In some fucking way they are, pardon my language.
No, like with the Ohtani thing, the way it's like, you know, he's making $1 million a year because he's got like this, you know, $600 million payout when he retires.
It's ridiculous.
Right? Like, oh yeah, so we don't have to count anything against, you know, the luxury tax or whatever the fuck they call it, which I don't know a lot of the details about the money of baseball, but I don't like it when they've got the second highest payroll in Major League Baseball with Ohtani making $1 million.
Yeah, it's honestly gross. I really don't. I don't know what else to say about it. It's just gross.
Yeah, I mean, to me, and it's like the other teams are not happy about it, but they're like, we built it into the books. Look at Bonilla Day.
Yeah, I get it's going to be like everyone against the Dodgers at this point, you know. So, I got friends that live in San Diego, you know, people that are formerly from Massachusetts, and they have big diehard fans, and they have a very, very good team. Like,
yeah,
they're a fun to watch team as well. You know, we have the MLB package, so you get to watch a lot of baseball games during the season.
Yep, I just paid for the MLB package.
So worth it.
Dude, and it's like I bought the Rockies and MLB so I don't get blackout games.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? So if you do it from the Rockies, you get it on Major League Baseball. It's another $50. So it's like $200 for everything. And I'm like, I didn't want to do it because I fucking hate the Rockies owners. Like the last hat I'm going to get that's like this is Rockies because I don't want to support the team.
I get you.
Although maybe the Dodgers, because I still just fucking hate the Dodgers.
You know, watching Ohtani last year was hard to hate the guy, but like, you know, just the Dodgers as a franchise, how they're running things, it just, you know.
I wish he was still pitching. I heard he's not going to pitch this year either. Like he was good in the Angels when he was pitching.
I gotta be honest with you. You know, if I'm the Dodgers and they lose some starters or they need him in the postseason, I say, you know, warm him up and let him rip. You know, but to pitch the whole season, he's already ripped his arm apart. You know.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, he could be a fucking DH. Like, who cares if his throwing arm sucks?
So here's the thing. Like, you know how they say you got to focus on one thing in life, and I know, you know, it's cool to see what he can do on both sides of the, you know, the mound. I mean, he had like an unprecedented, ridiculous season last year. It's like if that's going to be your baseline production every year, fucking screw it. Just let him hit. You know?
Yeah.
If he's going to be a 30-30 guy, let him pitch. He's going to be a 50-50, 60-60 guy, let him go. It's fine.
I don't even think I have a Reddit account. I'll be honest. Like, I fucking
don't.
hate Reddit. It's a sewage.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, I think here's the problem is you've got probably half the teams that are really wealthy, right? They like this, they're not limited by funds, even though they may play it.
Yeah.
But then you have like legitimate owners that can't compete, right? Like Rockies owners are probably the poorest owners in professional US sports. If I had to guess, they're not even billionaires, right? Their net worth is under $1 billion because the value of the Rockies is dipped. But the Rockies still are like top 10 in attendance. So it doesn't even, obviously TV contracts are where sports makes their money. It's not the in-person tickets as much, but
100%.
Still, when you have, and I personally believe it's, there's a lot of transplants in Colorado. So I would say probably a third of them are Rockies fans and 2/3, of their attendance is probably whoever they're playing.
Right. It's too bad. They have a nice ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Coors Field I think it's a top 5 ballpark. I mean, obviously, my favorite park that I've ever been to is Fenway. Mm-hmm. Not because it's the prettiest, but just because, like, as a kid, like seeing the Green Monster and the nostalgia of those Saturday night games that I would watch on ESPN when I didn't have a choice of baseball games to watch. It was like,
you were watching the bigger franchises.
The bigger franchises were always the ones on, I got to, of the ones I've been to, it's like, I mean, Petco Park for the Padres is pretty fucking cool. I don't know if you've been there.
I've been to Petco. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. I still like Coors Field better than Petco. It's easier to get around, and it still has that like nostalgic feel to it.
Yeah,
and it has a brewery. Well, they all do kind of, but it actually Blue Moon used to only be made at Coors Field initially. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that. So you know how sometimes I'm on stream and I'm eating because I'm a fat guy and I love food, right?
Yeah.
So I've got my baseball glove. We have front row seats in left field, right where the concrete lip is, where the signs hang, and a home run gets hit, right, and it bounces like 18 inches in front of me off the concrete lip. And I had my glove. Of course, I had a hot dog in the other hand feeding my face, and the other hand was holding a beer. And my friends are like, "You fucking fat fuck, put the shit you brought your glove." It was on top of my baseball hat. So I had 2 things to catch a ball, and I had a chance. And I did nothing with it. It's like one of life's biggest regrets.
Oh yeah, that sucks. So I remember being at a Padres game with Logan when he was younger.
Yeah.
And I realized that like there's some people that are not heroes. Right? Like just instinctively, right? Like some people, you see those videos and it's like a foul ball's coming and they're like diving in front of everybody, not even trying to catch it, just like human shield.
Yep.
And I just remember like Logan was sitting to my left here. The plate was up in front, home plate. Mm-hmm. And it was before they had like nets everywhere, right? So like now they have nets going up all around to protect fans, which they should have had the whole time, but it does impact your view a little bit. And I just remember it was a foul ball and it was like curving towards us, right? Like, and Logan's over here, right? And it's like curving in towards us. And I'm like, and I like leave Logan over there. Didn't hit him. It hit an empty seat, like, a few seats down. But I was like, I am not a fucking hero, apparently. Like, I am that guy that like jumped out of the way and let the kid take the bullet,
Are you like Costanza where you're just running over, women and children?
Yeah. I'm like throwing Logan in the way instead of getting him out of the way. Yeah. Luckily nobody was hurt, but man, I felt like I beat myself up for the rest of the night. Like I was beating myself up. Like that was my instinct, was to get out of the way.
Jesus.
And I had no thought about my, at the time, 10-year-old son or whatever it was,
Too funny.
Yeah. Yeah. So my favorite I would say my favorite is Fenway. My second favorite is actually the San Francisco Stadium.
I have not been there.
Whatever it's called, AT&T Park or whatever they call it now.
Yeah,
like they change names all the time.
Um,
What are you drinking, Giselle's? I'm gonna pour Michter's 10.
I have a Balvenie 14 that's within arm's reach. We're getting close to needing something because I don't have any gas left, man. Michter's Rye, is that what you said? A 10-year?
No, bourbon.
Bourbon. What year? I'm telling you, I had the 2021. It was terrible.
Last year. I'm gonna do this was I think it is, wasn't it on the neck? I forget. Yeah, this was the one Shane brought last year.
Did you say you're having a meetup this fall or winter?
Yeah. Yep, it is the weekend of October 25th, I believe, is when we're doing it. That's when the CSU Wyoming game is.
October what? 20 what?
25th. I think if Nick knows the dates because it's it kind of started just Nick, Adriana, and I going to CSU Wyoming, and then all of a sudden Shane comes, and then Shits and Roxanne come, and
was this happening in
Avalar's
Colorado?
going to come, and we're like, fuck it, let's just do it as a meetup, and anybody that wants to go to the game that night can. And
I'm sorry, this is in Colorado?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, there you go. I was really, thank you, Top Dog. I was just like trying to save myself so then I could render aid if necessary to anybody else. Yeah, I'm not the greatest person. I'm embarrassed that I even admitted that out loud. That's who I am, though. Never one to be, fake, apparently.
I bought tickets to Bourbon on the Banks.
Yeah.
In Kentucky. It's the weekend of October 4th. So my plan is to go there, and I want to see if Mash and Journey is going to have a meetup. So I might have to spend the whole month of October traveling. I better get my sales done over the summer so I can just
I get my first commission check next month. I can't wait for that shit. So Anthony was showing his like setup. Well, I only do it. I'm only down here on Sundays usually, right? Like unless somebody's here, and then all the setup goes away when people are here. But up in my office, I've got like two 36-inch, monitors.
Sure.
And so my left monitor is just my normal gaming PC that I have, right? It's a normal, tower PC, sits next to my desk. And then I have a KVM switch that it can dual screen when I'm on that computer and I want to do it. So it'll dual screen. My keyboard and mouse will switch to that. And then I always have like a little docking station with my laptop open for work. With the right one, it'll go to that whatever's in my docking station. So I have a bunch of laptops. So if I'm, doing pen testing or, writing a script or something, I do it on, either Linux or Mac. Right. And so I have the right monitor is the one that's on the KVM. So it'll switch back and forth between my tower and anything that's on my docking station.
Gotcha.
So I go to Costco today. You ready for this? I go to Costco today, and I remember when I was at Costco the last time, somebody was like using the checks you get for because the version of the Costco membership I have gives you cash back. Okay. But it ends up costing you like $50 a month more. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, oh, I remember getting like a $40 check, in the mail, and I lose it every year. I never use it. And then I was like, I was talking to one of the cashiers. I was like, I lose it every year. I never get to use it. And they're like, oh, just go up to the desk. Like they'll give you last year's too. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, this time. So today I go up to the desk. I'm like, yeah, I heard you can reissue the checks. I've lost them. And the guy's like, oh yeah. Well, they like send it to your house again. You can't get it from here, but they send it to your house. And I was like, all right, whatever. It was like $38 for last year. Right. So I'm out shopping. The dude finds me in the store and was like, you've been a member for a long time. And I'm like, yeah, we always use Costco. And he's like, you've never used those checks. You can get all of them. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, is that? And he's like showing me the numbers, and it's like 109 for 1 year and like 89 for another, and then like 127. And I was like, damn. And so as I'm leaving, he's like, okay, I just submitted for all of them. They're going to send us a Costco gift card, and we'll call you to give it to you. And it's going to be $790.
Whoa.
I was like, fucking A, like that's like winning the lotto a little bit, but I mean like a really bad lotto, but still. $700 at Costco, I can do some damage. So anyway, the reason I'm telling you that story is I'm getting the Samsung 49-inch curved screen. And I was getting that even before this whole thing happened, but because chaos on my desk drives me crazy, and there's like cords all over my desk, and I fucking hate it. Right? Like I can see them from where I'm sitting, and it's like it causes ADD problems. And so I'm going to get this. I'll have one monitor. The 49 can do the exact same thing that my two monitors are doing. I can have it be either one in a dual screen format, or I can have it be, my PC on one half and then my work computer on the other half. So,
all right. It sounds like quite the setup, Mike.
All that before just saying that I'm getting a big 49-inch curved screen. What's up, dude?
I got a big 49-inch curved screen for you, Mike.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway,
thank you, reincarnation of Steve Stifler.
Yeah.
Dude, that Stifler, that actor is in some movie with or some television show with Tim Allen now. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Dude, I fucking love TV. I don't know why.
Because it's awesome.
I live on YouTube. I spend all.
I do a lot of YouTube.
Yeah. Not me. I don't.
I'll tell you though, like YouTube burns me out on subjects. Do you ever get like you start watching YouTube and you're like, oh yeah, this is interesting, and then you watch like 8-10 hours of it, and then you're like, okay, I'm really tired of seeing, that subject, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Girls walking around in black tape on a runway. They're terrible.
There's a lot of that out there.
Apparently so. Yes.
I don't know why it never recommends that anymore. Like Jesus.
And then the Miami swimsuit shows. Enough, YouTube. We got it.
Yeah, like okay. I don't live in Miami, clearly.
Yeah. I moved away from Florida on purpose.
Yeah, because I hate chicks that wear black tape bikinis.
Yeah, basically nothing. And unfortunately, Dustin, I have not lost weight. If anything, I've gained some recently, so probably a thing I need to start working on again. But anyway, I appreciate the compliment. Anyway, I'm glad I look thinner somehow.
Dude, you're bringing the beard now, though, man. That's getting pretty long.
Yeah, it's getting there. It's getting fairly lengthy.
Man.
I gotta comb it or something. It's kind of misshapen right now. But anyway,
I've been going a little tighter the last few months.
Yeah.
Well, summer's coming,
I might shave it off for summer. But like, I hate the way I look in general, and I feel like I look even nerdier without my goatee.
I feel that deep down, Mike. I have that same sentiment in my soul. The hatred of self. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I hate it. I don't have look at this guy. This guy probably grows a beard in like 45 minutes. Like he probably shaved this morning.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I didn't. Sorry. If I'd have known I was going to be on, I would have shaved and did my hair
Yeah.
It's all good.
What Anthony means to say is he shaved this afternoon, not this morning.
Yeah. I am not a morning shaver.
Yeah.
Except when in the shower.
Yeah.
Got to stay tidy down there when you're married.
stay. And yes, Josh, the 15 Octomore, I don't think would be terrible. I mean,
especially when you're married. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Give it a go.
That's when you really.
Just in case that day hits.
Today? Nope, not today. Maybe
not today. I was in the shower for nothing this morning. Damn it.
So close. I thought I saw the moment there for a second.
Yeah.
The moment, yes.
It's very, very accurate. Sadly.
All right.
What are you drinking, Anthony? Are you still on scotch?
I wasn't never on scotch. I was on the Still Austin. I finished that bottle off. Remember?
Oh, I thought you were on scotch for a little peated action in your channel.
No, but I am now.
Oh.
Glengoyne 18.
Man, you look like Jason Busey holding that 750.
There you go.
So, I'm drinking this guy because I was kind of trying to stay on the peat thing.
Oh,
I forgot how not peated this is.
Yeah, I was going to
It's
say,
not
I didn't
really
think that was
peaty.
peated. I thought it was just smoky.
It's smoky.
Well, I mean, so it is blended malt Scotch whiskey. How much peat is in that malted Scotch? Which is that's weird. That's a weird phrasing. Blended malt. I mean, isn't all Scotch mainly malt? Anyway, whatever. Hi West. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
So I have to get a hold of Big League Bourbon this week. So we were texting this weekend. Apparently, he has a bottle coming out with his baseball group that does picks.
Yeah.
That has a label signed by Will Clark.
Oh.
Really?
Well, fair enough, Dustin. Most Scotches are.
Will Clark is my favorite all-time baseball player ever, for the record.
Oh, okay. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I know. I figured.
Yeah, I don't.
I saw the look on your face. You're like Savage Garden or Soundgarden. Damn it! I always mix those two up.
I was gonna say you're just saying words. I don't know. I don't know what the Savage Garden is either.
Yeah.
Soundgarden. Yeah, good people over there.
So earlier, Sean, we were talking about scotches and the peat and getting the fruit and different things on there. Holy smokes! When I just sip this Glengoyne, sweet. There's no peat, but sweet fruit, heather, pear, and dare I say maybe a little peachy, but
Okay.
18-year-old. Yeah, this is a really good Scotch. The 12-year-old was fantastic. I can get that up here for about 60, 65 a bottle.
Nobody needs a rabbit hole. We've got enough.
It's true.
Dealing with what we got. I feel like to get a lot of the scotches you really want, though, like there's not a lot of like $80 fucking scotches that I want. Like a lot of the ones I want are like,
oh yeah.
I'm in the same boat, Mike. That's my problem with Scotch. Is that most things I want are 100 plus. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Because not that we've outgrown, let's say, the 12 or 15-year-old scotches that are in that pre-100 stage, give or take. It's just that your tastes evolve. And to get that next step, unfortunately, is that 18-year-old, that 20-year-old, 22-year-old scotch, which comes at a more premium tag.
But even like, I mean, unless you're at like the Chivas level or whatever, right? Like, or some of those like Johnny Walker low end models,
Red Label.
like everything's going to be like 60 to $80 just to start. You know what I mean? Like that's the starting point of
this
just like a nice pour.
There has to be good, $50 scotch.
well, I mean, what I'm after primarily is like 10 to 15, 16-year cask strength stuff. And that's, I mean, maybe
That's
you guys
expensive.
have some suggestions.
Look at Scarabus. I like it.
Okay.
Look at Scarabus. It's called Scarabus at Total Wine. I like it. I've got a couple of bottles and I have a cask strength and it's below a C note.
Okay.
And it's peated.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
will.
The only reason why I remembered it because you talked about it and I'm like, oh, wait a minute. And then I forgot to tell you before we ended the little chat we were having.
Zero chance I will remember this. So
Scarabus.
Yeah. Do you want to spell it out for me, sir?
Yeah. Hold on.
He's looking it up.
Yeah. I want to
Get on the Googles.
I want to make sure I got the cask strength, which I'm pretty sure I do. Oh crap! Now I got floor whiskey.
Oh yeah, like let me tell you, I started doing the pipe thing when we went to Vegas a couple years ago, and I was like, oh my god, I can't do this. Like the cigars, the pipes, the scotch, like Scotch Down Under doing gin. Everybody talking about all the rums. I'm like, dude, I just gotta pick, and I just gotta go with what I like. I'm not trendy. I don't want to be trendy.
You're not.
And Josh, there's zero chance that any of our doctors are going to agree with our life choices.
So this is the Scarabus 10.
Okay.
I thought that was Scrabble.
No, This is
But
the
you're right.
Scarabus 10 coming in at 46 ABV.
SCARABUS.
46. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's trying.
It's nice. I like it. And then this is the small batch coming in at 57 ABV. And this is nice.
What's the proof on those, Anthony?
57 ABV on this.
Damn.
And,
What's the name on that one? Because the other one was
Scarabus, same as the first.
The other one was a 10-year. This is
yeah,
not a
that's
10
what I'm
This
saying.
is an NAS.
Okay, NAS.
Yep. And this is nice. As a matter of fact, because it was sitting on the back, I've got dust on it, but I like this bottle. So
Okay.
now they're out front. I'm going to have to use them. The 10 is below half,
Cool.
but they're nice bottles. And I think it's good whiskey for the money.
You said those are both sub 100?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I'll look for them.
You know, this
Yeah,
Michter's 10 is not bad.
Is that the rye?
No, the bourbon from last year.
Oh, okay.
Mike, you're saying obvious things.
I
now.
got the Michter's 10 rye somewhere up there.
Is that obvious? I don't know. Yeah, like
Is it not? I thought I've never heard anyone be like,
this George T.
this
Stag
Michter's
is
10
actually
sucks.
pretty decent.
I've never found anyone upset while drinking Michter 10. I know that.
Yeah, you know what? You know what is not bad is that William LaRue Weller. Have you ever heard of it?
You know, I've heard some good things about it.
Yeah, I've heard some good things, but I tried it and I was like, you know, this would do in a pinch.
Yeah. Not a ton of reviews on it though.
Yeah.
The 12, the special reserve, the foolproof picks, and you know what?
Good night, Dustin.
It's good. It's good, but I'm like, thank goodness I didn't pay those prices for it.
You said that you have a possible hack for you. I don't know who you were referring to, and then you never said hack. said anyway. What is this hack that you have for someone?
Oh, I saw that. I have a hack, but I think he just dipped after that.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I was just looking for my Boston Scully cap, and I'm like,
So you know what's funny is so Logan, my oldest, gets married in 2 weeks in San Diego, right? And my oldest just went to Cabo with his siblings for the bachelor party. And they're sending me pictures, and Logan, my 19-year-old, sends me a picture, and I'm like, you know, it's that scally cap sort of, right? But I'm like, it's a little different than my normal scally caps that Frankie was getting me, which I never wear them. I don't know why she gets me them, but she loves me to wear them and feel like I'm a cigar smoker. Anyway, and I don't mind those every once in a while, but like normally I'm a ball cap guy. And oh, we got somebody in the background. What's up, Eric? Cheers, buddy.
A new setting and quite the hat there.
speak
Sir.
Yeah.
of the devil. I mentioned his name today, and he shows up.
You are muted, sir.
Dude, Eric was texting me pictures of his butt yesterday. It was really awkward.
Oh,
What?
But so Logan sends me this hat, and I'm like, I don't think much of it. And then all of a sudden I'm walking past the table, and Shane, when he was here, left like a very special version of those hats here. And so I'm supposed to send it with the bottles that I owe him. And I'm like, dude, that looks like Shane's hat. So his wife got him that hat in Ireland.
Ah,
And so I'm like, oh shit, like fucking Logan just took Shane's hat. And Logan's not the most responsible, for the record.
Come
Just so you
on.
know,
come on.
Logan's doesn't take care of anything. I'm gonna have to completely gut his bedroom when he moves out because he has destroyed it. And
so
God dang it, man. I was like, dude, that's not even my hat that you took with you. I have like 10 Boston Scally caps he could have taken.
You know, I know a guy in Kentucky that can come and help you with that remodel when you're ready.
it's true.
Who?
Who? He's on the panel right now.
Who?
I don't know who
Oh.
we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Who?
I'm gonna
Your
have
feet
to-
fit a branch?
Dude, I'll tell you, I'm like so unhappy with the builders that built this house. Like, materials used are not what they used to be. Like my house in San Diego was an old piece of shit, like it was made in 1950. But like all of the framing was redwood.
Mhm.
But
So,
they also
like-
knew what earthquakes were back then.
Yeah, the one thing I don't have to worry about with that old house was termites.
Yeah,
They don't like redwood.
They don't like redwood.
they do not.
I mean, Colorado is one of the few places that don't have termites anyway. So this part of northern Colorado doesn't have termites or fleas.
So what issues are you having with the house, Mike?
Just like, like the floors are squeaky. Oh, the tile. So like the tile in our bathroom popped up in the master bath or whatever they call them now, the main bath.
Yeah.
What do they call it now, Giselle?
Master
Jonathan?
bath.
Main bathroom.
Main bathroom. We're not allowed to call it master anymore.
Next to New Hampshire. Thanks, liberals. Thanks,
I was
California.
going to say, is that politically correct? I got you.
I'm going to keep calling it the master bathroom because that's what I've been calling it all my life.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. So like the tiles started popping, like one cracked and then another one popped up. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I pull the tiles up. And when you look at the mortar or whatever that holds them down,
Mhm.
they're barely flattened on the top. Like the lines that you put in them.
Yep.
They're barely flattened. It's like they just set them on there nice and soft and gently and
Yeah.
didn't like press it down at all. And I'm like, dude, and it's
Oh, that's a total
every bit of tiling in my house, right? So I have it like in my little mud room that goes to the garage, the other bathroom. I'm like, what a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the 2x4s that they use nowadays are not like the old heavy duty 2x4s we used to get. Like they're lightweight. I'm just like, man.
Well, and it's young trees too, Mike. That's the other. I mean, that's why they don't weigh anything. Like there's no density there. Like they're like toothpicks. They're just But I mean, there's nothing. That's the thing. As a builder, there's nothing you can do because that's all that's on the market. I mean, unless you like special order shit from somewhere. But I mean, if you're just going to like getting a big package from like Lowe's or Home Depot, it's all just crap. Like there's there's nothing. You can't get good wood.
Not to go off on a subject, but being that Eric's here, Eric, who brought you into the light
Hydrate.
and taught you how good peat can be?
Yeah, let me grab some water. Actually,
Yeah, he's thinking about that. Oh, you're actually talking, but we can't hear you, Eric.
Say something, Eric. Yeah, you're muted, dude. Eric, go out and come back. Eric was like, you better be feeling good. Don't be sick tomorrow. That's what he told me last night.
But-
I need to just give him access to Livewire. So those nights I don't feel like it, he can just have Livewire go on Sunday.
But
Mike, who's your favorite San Diego Padre of all time?
Of all time, there's only one answer to that.
Who?
Trevor Hoffman.
Hell's Bells, baby.
Yeah, Trevor. I mean, obviously, Tony Gwynn is a.
Dave Winfield. He was.
Dave Winfield was pretty good. Ricky Henderson was pretty good. Like they've had some good. I'll be honest. Like my favorite players that weren't Giants. So like the Will Clark, Matt Williams. Matt Williams is. I think he's even a coach for the Giants now.
Arizona.
can you
Maybe?
hear us
Oh,
now?
maybe it's
Eric?
Arizona.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you, Eric. Yep.
So, Eric,
Yes.
for Josh, tell him who brought you into the light for Pete.
You and
For Pete's sake.
For
McDonald.
Pete's sake.
You and McDonald brought me into.
That's right. That's right. And I too, Josh, can bring you into the light.
He really can. He
Oh, I thought it was Jesus, but okay.
Well, different
Look,
light.
look,
Here's
here's the deal.
Whiskeys.
Yeah.
Here's the
talking
deal with whiskeys in general, right? Like usually what you start with is what you like the most, is my experience, right? So Scotch drinkers tend to like Scotch more if they started with Scotch, bourbon drinkers, bourbon, and all that, right? But I will say it's like if you're going to eat, wild game meat, right? How you go into the mentality of what you're drinking. If you're going to go drink a peated Scotch expecting it to be like a bourbon whiskey,
No.
you're going to be disappointed, right? Or if you're a peated Scotch drinker and you're going into bourbon thinking it's going to be like a peated Scotch, you're going to be disappointed. It works in every direction.
Right, and I mean,
Go into it like I want to see if I can appreciate it for what it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Don't think of it like, don't make it a comparison. Do I like this or that better? Find out which Scotch you like the best. The proofs, the peated, non-peated, Highland, Lowland, Isla, Campbelltown. Like, find out which bourbons you like, right? Do you like wheated? Do you like, high rye bourbons? Are ryes American whiskey your favorite? What type? Like, what notes do you like? Do you like the dill? Do you like the spice? Like, it's all about, like, they all have their own value. You have to appreciate them for that value.
yeah, like people who really like Michter, and I'm not insulting anybody, but people who really like Michter like bourbons a lot. They have a much harder time with like 95% rye. But not everybody, but a lot of people don't like 95% rye because that's just
Why
there's
not?
a whole lot more
That's
different
delicious.
flavors in there that they're not used to.
Exactly, but I love 95.5.
The higher the rye, the better.
See, the
Yeah.
thing is like I like a lot of 100% rye. I just don't like 95.5 rye because I just don't like the way that MGP does the rye. So, and I know that's
Well,
sacrilege.
there's others.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of Pennsylvania rye. Dad's Hat.
Yeah.
I just gonna say Dad's Hat.
Drink you some Dad's Hat. You will find yourself in love with that rye whiskey. Dad's Hat is great. What are some others? I
don't mind MGP rye, but I feel like is it the barely legal rye that I like the most over the like 95.5s?
Yes.
What's Michter's with the rye?
Barely legal. Barely legal.
Yeah.
Barely, it's
Yeah, I
51.
think this is bourbon. I don't know why I'm looking
Yeah,
at it. But.
I know.
That's actually what's in my glass right now. Is this guy right here? Yeah.
And
Is
then
it
there's,
is it barrel strength?
No, it's just a regular guy. Just it's an older-ish 21.
There was a guy on the whiskey channel yesterday on the subreddit. His local owner of a little hidey hole let him buy a Michter's 20 for MSRP.
Well,
because he just retired. He just retired from years and years of work, and he said, "You know what? I'll let you buy this." And he bought it for $1,500 and some change.
What?
Yeah. I was all, dude, I don't normally say this, but don't drink that. Put it on a site where they'll auction it and retire even better than you're going to today.
Yep.
Dude, I love Pikesville. I think Pikesville is a great like representation of what just a decent, well-priced rye should be.
Might have some next, actually. Yeah, I agree, Eric. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah.
Pikesville, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get several bottles down to bottle kill level. So
yeah, that's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I couldn't wait for Livewire, so I killed this on my stream.
Oh, dude, way to go. Man.
Which still Austin is that, Anthony? I saw it briefly.
This is the musician. This is
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is their entry. This is their shelfer. Then the next one up is, of course, the cast strength at 116.
So that one's like the 84 or 90 proof or whatever, right?
92. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. 98. I'm sorry. 98.
Oh, it is 98.
Yeah,
so
no,
I've seen the
98.
barrel strength here.
It's
They don't
49 to ABV. That's where I got the 2. 49 to ABV. It's 98.4. But for a $50 bottle, buy it.
I'll tell you, a great shot. Mark sent me a bunch of samples of Still Austin, and I don't know what you're freaking talking about, Sean. I like Still Austin.
Oh,
it's way better than Balcones.
No, it's not.
Oh my god, I hate balconies. Like, it's gross.
Oh, trust me, I'm with you on that.
Balcones cask strength rye is the best rye. It's like drinking a mint cookie.
Oh, that'd be perfect for whiskey.
I've heard about that one. I've never had one, Sean.
This right here is the goat of American single malts.
That's a good. That's a really good single malt.
Peated one. Yeah, I'll say the only I mean, I have one too, but it's not nearly as good as the one Vic brought that time he was out here. He brought a Balcones rye pick, and dude, it was like cocoa powder.
Like nothing you ever had.
Yeah, cocoa and mint.
Yeah,
they're amazing. Yeah,
that'd be perfect for Whiskey Mountains.
I like Baby Blue.
A little too close. Yeah.
What's the proof on that one?
63.4.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Baby Blue. I like their Texas corn whiskey.
Z-Man sent me a text. Hold on. Oh,
Yeah,
Z-Man needs a link.
Anyone that can find that Peated Balcones, it is phenomenal. It's
That's the
Is
great
still
thing about
making it,
living
or was it like a
42 miles from
one-time
Texas.
release?
No, so so I don't know. That's the thing, is Balcones has changed a lot recently, so I don't know what they're going to be doing going forward, but up until 24, it was a yearly release. So there are still some of those out there. You know, they might be hard to find, but I've heard that I guess they're trying to focus on American single malts now, and so hopefully the peated version continues moving forward. So yeah.
The other good rye that I like is the Prideful Goat, the 12-year that's aged.
Oh, that Prideful Goat. Yes.
It's a really good. It's a 95.5, and it's really good.
Now, I've not had the one you're talking about, Eric, but I've got a 6-year.
Yeah, I've had the 6, 8, and 12.
Oh, that 6 was. I mean, I've always heard about it, and it hit the shelf here about a year ago, 2 years ago, and I picked it up. Oh no, my wife picked it up for me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really good. But now the distributor stopped bringing it out here, so I don't know when it's coming back.
I like Chicken Cock Rye.
Excuse me?
Watch it. Watch every single one of you. Keep your tongue in your own mouth.
Yes, you do, boy.
Eric, all I'm going to say is you don't have to advertise it, buddy. We all know.
That's right.
Okay. Nichters.
Look at that bottle.
So this is like a 2021 Michter's Barrel Strength Rye.
There you go.
I've had this for a while. We'll see if it's still good.
The one I really want to try that I can't find any place is the E.H. Taylor. I've heard E.H. Taylor rye is good.
Oh, I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it's delicious.
Yeah, they are still hard to.
Well under a C note, Eric.
If you can find a regular liquor store that carries it, they're the only liquor store I found it in. They wanted $210 for it.
Oh no, I got it for under a C note.
I'm just going to keep saying controversial things tonight. I think I prefer the Pikesville, if I'm honest.
No,
I don't think that's controversial. I think Pikesville can hold its own. We did like Adam, when he was part of the channel, we did the barrel strength rye test. And so we had Michter's barrel strength rye. We had a 4-gate rye. We had Pikesville, and we had what's the turkey barrel proof rye? The
turkey
Russell's.
No. The
Rare Breed.
Rare Breed rye. Yeah. And I mean, Rare Breed actually held its own extremely well in that. Pikesville was third, right? But when you look at it, you know, Pikesville was last. Rare Breed was second, and the 4-gate was first for me. But we had like 5. Oh, the Jack Daniels was last. It was the very first Jack Daniels barrel strength rye.
You got it.
For both of us, it was last.
Wait, the Heritage one?
The Heritage one, when you did it blind, for both Adam and I, it was last.
Wow.
That's one of my favorite ryes of all time.
Yeah, like when you have, it's one of those whiskeys, when you have it by yourself, you're like, oh, this is really good. But in a blind, it doesn't do as well. It was a little shocking.
Interesting.
And the Michter's barrel strength rye was also not as good as we thought, right? Like it was, you know, there were like 5 or 6. I forget what it was, but I mean, the 4-gate, it was Mash and Journey's very first 4-gate pick that they did. First 4-gate rye pick that they did.
Yeah.
That was my bottle of the year. Still one of my favorite bottles. I bought 2 of them because it was so good. But yeah, it was like the Rare Breed did really well. It wasn't last. The Pikesville wasn't last. But the freaking Jack Daniels, like when you don't know what you're drinking, you're just like, and it did not hold up. And neither did the Michter's barrel strength. It was a little bit shocking how they didn't hold up quite as well.
Yeah.
Adam also had the like Kentucky Owl Batch 3 rye or something like that. That was his favorite over all of the other ones.
Yeah.
He didn't have the 4-gate.
So my favorite rye It's one that's completely way out in left field, and it's the original seagrass. It's always going to be my favorite. I love it. I love to make a Sazerac. I call it a Seagrasserac. It's amazing.
I still got a little bit. I have about two inches left of my original.
But the one, and finally,
I can measure 2 inches with my eyes closed.
That's it.
Yes, you can.
This
Hey.
one, have you had one of these picks?
Hey, let me just jump in real quick.
one.
Dude, they're super weird. They're fucking
I'm gonna
weird.
jump in real quick. I'm gonna pop off. I just realized what one of my technical difficulties was because I just caught it. My camera's overheating. That's why I kept losing the signal. And I just caught it pop up now, so it's gonna shut off. But anyway,
America.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, cheers,
You guys
Anthony.
have a great evening. I will catch you all later.
Good to see
Good
you.
night.
Yep.
See you, Anthony. Appreciate
ya.
you, buddy.
And Ben, Demon Hunter Ben, the one that I like Pikesville over is the standard E.H. Taylor rye.
You're on, Z man.
Yeah, what's up, Z? Cheers, buddy.
What's up, Z?
Cheers, fellas.
Sorry, I don't know how long you were back there, buddy. I missed it.
No worries, man. Thanks for the link, man. I appreciate you.
The other rye I really want to try is I've never had a new riff yet, but we're getting them in El Paso, so I want a new
Dude,
riff.
get the Balboa rye. I fucking love the new Riff Balboa rye.
And the malted rye is really good.
Yeah, the malted rye is really good too.
I like malted whiskeys. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this current one I have not as much, but the first iteration, the first release of the malted rye was like a strawberry donut. It was very tasty.
God.
You know what I like is the blueberry donuts. Do you ever get those? Like the blueberry
Heck
cake
yeah.
donuts or whatever? I
Mm.
dig that. They're not as sweet as some of the other donuts. I mean, sometimes I dig a nice little Boston cream or something, but I don't know why I'm talking about donuts. Anyway,
I did bring it up. It's my fault.
yeah, it's your fault. Thanks a lot, Sean. What are you drinking? What kind of Miller Lite are you drinking? What year?
Is it a vintage?
2026.
2026.
Oh, the future. This can is from the future.
Yeah.
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 Pretty sure Z-Man doesn't even know what time it is right now.
If you
Shut the fuck up. It is 7:25 in Arizona.
Hey Z, you know what? This is probably dangerous. I found some very old Miller Lite in a basement of a house I was working in. I should crack it and just see what it's about.
Remember
have you
that?
never
Remember those
read the
commercials
Stephen
with
King story about drinking old beer?
Oh yeah, I'm certain it's not going to be good. It's
Remember
probably-
those bitter beer face commercials? Those were
Yeah.
great. I love that
Yeah.
shit.
My favorite beer is ice cold.
There you go.
Yeah, dude. I like on a hot summer day, you cannot tell me you would rather have a fucking IPA than a lager or a light beer that's ice cold.
Just
I
so
mean,
like
No
that.
way.
I would
In
rather
Kentucky, you're telling me July in Kentucky, you're
have
gonna grab a
have
fucking
classic English
IPA.
IPA than I would any flavorless light beer in the
Oh
world.
my god.
Who was
Strong disagree over here.
Who was the sportscaster this past?
A
Did all the Miller
traditional
Lite.
IPA, a traditional English IPA is about 30 to 40 IBUs. It's not
Bob Euchre?
Yes.
It's not super bitter. I mean, I don't want a juicy IPA on a hot day, but
So
a regular
they-
IPA or a Sierra Nevada IPA, I'll do those. Yeah. all
Oh my
day long.
god. Coors Light on a hot summer day when the mountains are blue.
Just like drinking Topo
They did,
Chico.
Oh,
they did a
so
whole they did a
good.
whole video on Bob.
I literally grew up on that shit, Mike.
Oh, when it hits your lips, it's so good.
Yeah, it tastes like nothing. It's easy to get.
Oh
down,
my god,
just
it's
like Topo Chico.
refreshing. Yet you get a buzz if you drink enough of it, although you'll pee for the rest of your life.
Yeah. You just pound them while you're mowing the lawn. It's 1,000 degrees outside.
Oh, dude, a fucking You're telling me right now, Sean, a Coors Light on your riding mower
That's
isn't
it.
one of the best experiences of your summer.
Get your koozie on it.
Oh yeah, dude, you're just cheersing all the neighbors as you're out there on your little. You can't
And
do it with a
you're-
zero turn. It's gotta
Like,
be
yeah,
the
I
other-
know the lines aren't straight. Shut up.
Yeah.
The grass is cut.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, if I was in Kentucky with the yards out there, I'd want a zero turn mower,
Oh yeah.
and you just can't hold on to a fucking beer doing a zero turn.
Well, you got to get your chugs in while you're going in the straight line. You know.
Oh yeah, forward both hands.
Yeah.
Actually,
There you go.
you get
Well,
a
the
hard
only-
plastic
the-
can
the-
holder, and you use
the
hose
only-
clamps,
No.
and you clamp it onto your zero turn thing.
Dude, just get one of those hats.
Or
with
one of
the
those
straws
hats.
going down that they used to have. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it. You just have to be inventive. You're not alcoholic enough yet, are you?
Oh my
Mike?
God.
I mean, no.
You look so much better with that hat on. Just so you know.
Yeah. So no. Mike did the thing. Mike had the exact motion that you do. So you get the two handles together. You grab it with the one hand when you're going straight, and then you chug with the dominant hand. And then as soon as it's time for a turn, you set your beer back down, and you get to doing your turns.
Exactly.
It's easy. It's easy.
And if you got to pee, wear sweatpants.
Hey, so
God.
Jonathan,
What the fuck?
Wow.
Hey,
Where the
don't
fuck you
wow
I
just
me.
was in the middle
We
of
have
a
struck
thought,
a
and all of a
height of
sudden that
laziness
shit
here.
fucking registered.
God.
Oh,
Jesus, hey, man, you're a fucking animal.
Yeah, it's because it's like a tampon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Super absorbent. It does. You won't get
If you're going to
anything
do
on the
that,
seat if you have
go
sweat.
get-
Oh, well, then
Pants.
wait. If that's
Go
the
get-
case,
go
then
get
wear
some
your swim
pants.
trunks.
Well, if you're gonna wear sweatpants, they better wear black sweatpants, or otherwise it's gonna show.
Yeah,
Now,
otherwise,
if
that
you're-
way it
if
just
you're
looks
gonna-
like
if
sweat.
If you're going to treat it like a tampon, wear your swim trunks.
Yeah.
I think you were talking about sweatpants just so it was easy to pee, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, not because you were just gonna let it go right there in the
Okay,
absorbent.
I misunderstood. But
Oh, okay. Sure. I believe that.
What's up, Ben?
What the hell?
Hey, Ben.
I'm trading
Yeah.
spots with you, Eric, because I don't like it when words go over you guys. I can't do it. I lied. Let me see. Let me try this.
I'm telling you, Gary. There you go. The more you know.
Oh, my God.
You gotta pee. Wear sweatpants. Now we all know how to handle this situation.
I tried.
Oh,
Cheers,
man.
Mark. Hey, Gary
Hey, Doc.
Franchi,
Frenchie.
the Franchinator.
The more you know.
You can smuggle a lot in sweatpants.
True.
True story.
So we ate about 5 pounds of my butt yesterday, Mike.
I'm sorry. What?
I did a pork butt.
He was trying to get me to eat his butt. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude,
Okay.
we're not that close.
And then this morning I made for the first time ever. I made homemade tortillas, and they came out so good. They weren't nice shape, but God, they did just what a homemade tortilla is supposed to do. They had the bite and the chew and everything.
Oh, you made homemade corn tortilla?
No, homemade flour tortillas.
Oh, yeah, they're
For
better.
burritos.
Oh,
Oh,
dude. Like,
you-
I'll be honest, like, that's what I'm looking forward to most when my son gets married in a couple weeks is just the tortillas you get in SoCal. Like, they are like, they're made with lard. They're
Yeah, that's
so
what I meant.
fucking good.
My tortillas today I made with lard. You don't make them with anything else.
No,
Butter,
no, yeah.
oil,
Fuck you with oil and, you know,
healthy
Flour.
shit. No,
Hey,
lard.
lard is actually healthy.
It is. It absolutely is. Lard and beef tallow is healthier than any corn syrup or any corn oil or any of those because they're all hydrogenated.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm thinking of getting one of those battery powered zero turn mowers because it's environmentally friendly.
Whatever blows your skirt up, Mike.
Yeah.
Dude, Colorado passed a fucking law. So we have, I don't know if you've ever heard of a Walker mower.
I have.
Yeah.
So the Walker mower plant is literally 10 minutes from my house.
Mhm.
Colorado just passed a law saying that environmentally friendly yard equipment is required, which means they have to be battery powered moving forward. So like all these like landscaping places can no longer buy walkers within Colorado.
So places to not move.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm moving to Kentucky, Arkansas, or Tennessee.
You know, the thing, when I lived in Kansas, the thing I loved most about Kansas was we didn't water our lawns, but we had lush lawns. You don't have to water like you do in New Mexico.
Yeah, you got to water like a dirty bitch here because its air's so dry and it's a desert.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I don't
we-
want to like get into like the whole environmental thing, but I heard a thing, and this was on what's Science Friday, which is on public radio. Some of you may be familiar. Anyway, far left leaning generally, and according to these folks, they said that the 10 biggest oil tankers, or I'm sorry, cargo ships in the world pollute more than all the vehicles in the world.
Yeah.
So if that's true, then your lawnmower's not doing shit. So like changing it means fuck all.
Honestly, I hate law. And again, this is not political, but I don't fucking care. It's my channel. But the return on like the ROI is what we call it in sales, but just in general, like what the EPA is pushing for all these changes or what these states are doing are so small in the grand scheme of impact, but very expensive, especially to those that don't have a lot of money. Right? Like that's what gets me is you make big changes, you make big monetary changes to the individual with a very small impact on the back end. And I'm not saying we don't all need to be better. I'm just saying that like I hear Ben's family and I fucking love it.
God damn it, Ben.
Anyway,
yeah, Colorado is the new California. Like we were the first ones to legalize pot. So us in Washington.
Well, I mean, I'm all for that part. That's fine.
Dude, I love me a little edible when I'm trying to go to sleep.
It's very unlikely to have the kind of people who would legalize marijuana, but who would also say it's okay to use gas-powered mowers. I mean, that's just two different political operations.
Yeah, no. It is like we for like 10 straight years we were the largest export or import of Californians. Now it's like Boise and Texas, and there's a lot of other states because the cost of living has gone up so much in Colorado that now they're going to other places. Although now Idaho is starting to reduce because the cost of living has gone up there. But yeah, that's why we've turned into a blue state exclusively. Like it's just so many Californians here. That's what California does to the whole West. Like everybody moves out.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, there you go. Driving the diesel in California. There, JD.
Yeah, JD. Dude, as long as it's not a Volkswagen, you're fine.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a turbo diesel, it's probably more economically friendly than most gas-powered vehicles. So
it's been getting busted, and then he left. Good call, James Morgan. You picked up what I did not.
That's a maybe. It's a strong maybe.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, not just I'm not even talking political because I do think we always need to be better. I just think that
for sure.
I think it's one of those things where we pass so many regulations that have a zero impact because they seem like they feel like we pass so many laws that feel really good.
Well, that's my thing, Mike. And again, I know we're trying to avoid the politics, but like my question is always, is it reasonable? Like, is what you're asking of people reasonable? And then also, if it's not reasonable, is the impact large enough that being unreasonable is like, called for? And I don't think that electric lawnmowers is reasonable or the impact is big enough to matter. So
no, but it's one of those things where the fight is small enough that they can win.
And if they run on lithium batteries, the people who mine lithium are dying in droves.
Dude, go look in South America. What is it like?
Lithium's horrible. I mean, nobody ever said that it said, "Oh, it's going to be so much better on your environmental impact over here." But look at the number, and their kids.
Well, and where do you exactly the battery?
Huh?
Where do you get rid of the battery?
Yeah. Where do you get rid of the battery? Because they're toxic. You can't just get rid of the battery. I mean,
and quite frankly, I'm very central for the record. I'm not super Republican. I'm not super liberal. I go both directions depending on the subject.
We know you do, Mike. But
yeah, I go both directions. Fuck you, Jonathan. I saw your look on your face the moment I said that shit. But like I go both left and right? So I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
I believe my married lesbian neighbors should be able to guard their marijuana plantation with AK-47s and pay a flat tax.
Fuck yeah.
I agreed with everything except for the flat tax.
Everything but the flat tax?
Yeah.
Why? Well, that's
I've already solved the whole taxation problem. If we just got rid of all income taxes and everything was based on luxury taxing, right? So the different levels and tiers of luxury taxing. So the fundamentals of like food and You know, like
Food,
you're
medicine.
having beans and rice, no taxes. You're having
Medicine.
lobster, taxes. You're buying a, Ford Focus, small tax. It's still a luxury to have a car, right? So, but you're buying a fucking Tesla. I mean, Tesla's a bad example, but it is a good example because they're expensive. A Tesla or a Mercedes or something like that.
Well, I would say
A
like
boat.
top of the list has to be like what's the T-Rex by Dodge.
Oh yeah, the TRX is a really fucking.
I mean,
sweet car.
it's freaking badass, but it's definitely a luxury item. No one needs that.
So tax that, and then you don't have to worry about write-offs of the wealthy, or whatever you're spending your money on, you're going to have tax according to the need versus luxury. Now, of course, you've got to have some sort of bureau in the IRS that determines which tier that particular item is in, but fuck it.
See, that's where the problem comes in,
Yeah.
Mike, because then like these people get a hold of it and then I see what they actually do with it, and then I have to feel like I get this need in my soul to go up to Washington and do bad things.
See,
That's crazy.
I want a 17% flat tax with the first $45,000 of everybody's income. I don't care who you are. Your first $45,000 is tax free. Every dollar afterwards is at 17%.
I like it. Eric,
I love it. And get rid of like,
That
mortgage or interest, on mortgage
you don't get to
payments.
write a damn thing off. No
By the way,
write-offs.
Jonathan, let's go together and get a lake house in South Carolina and do it as an Airbnb, and then we have a vacation home
Yes.
and an investment property. We'll go in together.
We'll call it the
What is
whiskey
the one
house.
that's near Shane, Lake Tybee? Is that where he's at?
Shane's he's in Charlotte, but in
I
South
know, but
Carolina.
the liquor by the lake. The
Like you want to be in the middle of nowhere though, right?
Yeah. We want a lake house that has a dock. That way, when you and I go, we can have our boat there. But then when we rent it out for Airbnb that pays the fucking mortgage,
Oh,
maybe they can rent it.
he and Jonathan are going to go there and play
Hey,
on
Mike,
their
it's not the worst idea.
boat.
Just saying. I have a cousin right now that's actually, she did it. She just was like, maybe we'll just have it as a guest house. She Airbnb that shit out. And now because she's getting a divorce, she has to pay her husband out because they rent it out every fucking weekend. It's rented out every weekend.
Well,
Like she has to pre-reserve it when she's going there because they will rent it out every weekend that she's not there.
yeah, that hurts.
Seems like the lesson there is don't get married.
Boy, you ain't such a mouthful right there, and I've done it 4 times, so I can't.
I know. That is partially the reason I brought it up, Erica. There is a man on here that has some experience in
a little bit.
Fucking Eric now sends me pictures of this 29-year-old that he's banging that's nipped out and tank top, and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
I'm not with her anymore. She wanted money.
Oh, who cares? At least you got a little before you got out.
And I told her no money. But
yeah, you're like, I'm not that kind of an attorney.
No, I am that kind of attorney, but I told her when we started.
No, that's just what you tell her. You just say, I'm not that. Yeah.
We sat down and had a big, long visit about what we were going to do and what we weren't going to do. And me giving her money was one of those I'm not going to do.
I find it hard to believe that a 29 banging a 60-year-old.
I would have hung on to it, Eric.
Me too, Mike. I am surprised that she was after money.
Yeah. Are you? Me too. Which is why I laid it down. I laid down the law up front, and I think she just thought once she put it on me, I'd back off that. But no.
I tell you, Eric. This one experience has ruined my faith in humanity. Before this, I thought maybe there's good people out there, but now,
no.
Jesus, Eric.
Huh?
Eric's wife is 5'2", driving a Nissan Armada. That's like a Ford Excursion. They're fucking huge.
Yeah, they're gigantic.
Oh, geez. What are we drinking next? I need another pour.
I just poured a little 101 just as kind of like not really a nightcap because I'm not going to bed anytime soon, but I do need to stop drinking probably.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wish I had 101 rod.
man's like, I need to, but I'm not going to.
No.
Well, I've needed to for a long time.
I got this shit in my hand. So.
There you go. Yeah, I like the white label though, Mike.
What's the song? You can't always get what you need, but if you try, sometimes you'll get what you want.
That's it, man.
This is from Greg McDonald. Got me this one. This is 2019.
There you go. Yeah. Back when there was a little nuance in the 101.
Dude, I still say that's your best buy out there today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a better buy. It used to be. Remember when it was $22 a bottle?
Yeah, for a liter.
Yep.
Now it's for a liter. Now it's 27 here, 27, 28.
Well, so I actually hadn't picked one up in a while, and then for whatever reason, my local Kroger had these on sale for $33.99. So I was like, well, obviously,
yes,
buy that.
Yeah, but it's because it didn't have very much whiskey in it. I just saw it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know why more bars don't carry it. Like when I go to a bar, I'm always on the lookout for that.
Seriously, it's embarrassing. It should be so easy to get.
It's always freaking JD and Jim Beam and what other dog shit?
Knob Creek and Basil Hayden.
If you're lucky, Knob Creek, yeah.
The bar I hang out with, the guy who owns it was friends with Jackie Zykan, and they get a bottle or they get a barrel pick every year, and they get a birthday bourbon every year. And so that's what I went and had a couple of weeks ago. Was one of the birthday bourbons.
There you go. Actually, Eric, I just said I wasn't going to drink more, but if I finish this 101, I may have a little bit of Ano with you.
Oh, I don't mind finishing off with a Pete. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one. I quite like the. It's very barbecuey to me. The Ano.
I think when I finish this, I'm going to just have some regular old Jose Cuervo Gold.
Oh, look at you, a man of the people.
That's right. Senor.
Eric, I'm certain that because I imagine that you made your roast pork for the tacos that you were talking about. Yeah, I'm sure that was probably didn't suck.
No, it didn't. And actually, I made it partially for tacos, and I've had the Carolina. I've had both South Carolina and North Carolina vinegar sauces, but I'd never had a Tennessee vinegar sauce, and that's good too. It's a little sweeter, a little less tangy, but it was delicious. But yeah, I also we had guacamole, and we had homemade pico de gallo, and we had I had some because the guy here doesn't eat it, but I had some scorpion sauce. So
I love spicy, dude. So take that pork butt if you guys do more chopped instead of like straight shredded pulled.
I shredded it all.
Yeah, I prefer it to be kind of pulled so you get some good chunks with it. But I'll actually take it the next day instead of like nuking it and whatever. I'll make carnitas out of it, sort of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I'll go put them under the broiler and kind of crisp them up just a little bit.
Oh yeah,
reheat it.
I put it in my air fryer.
Oh yeah, air fryer, and then you put it in a taco, and you're like, oh fuck, that's some good shit. When it gets a little crispy on it,
yeah.
God,
I told Mike that the girl I'm starting to see now, she came over and had some. She really liked the money muscle and thought the pork was really good too.
Eric, the girl I'm starting to see now. Like, are you on Tinder, Eric?
No.
Fucking right. Like you just sent me the picture of the girl in the tank top with no bra like 10 days ago.
She sent that to me. She sent that to me on we started communicating first on Telegram.
Eric's OnlyFans is doing just huge numbers.
Yeah, I'm killing it there. I'm about ready to retire and just be on
Jesus. Are we back to the
big numbers? Big numbers, doing very big numbers.
Bigger numbers than you ever think.
Very big, huge numbers.
Huge numbers.
Everybody sees it. Everybody sees
it.
Fucking guy. I cannot get over the way he talks. We've had so many years of this, and still, every time I see him talk, I'm like, why? Why are we talking like this?
Dude, I watched Dana Carvey on Bill Maher, and he did Elon Musk. It was fucking brilliant. Like, I mean, Dana Carvey is like, he's like the god of impersonations, right? Like he can impersonate anybody or impressions or whatever you call it. But he did Elon Musk, and like he's still trying to figure it out. He even said it. He's like, I'm getting there. It's not right. And he started doing it. And I was like, dude, that was pretty fucking good. for being as smart as Elon Musk is, which whatever you think about his politics, like the dude is a fucking technical smart guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he understands what's going to be important to us, right? Like, you know, but he talks kind of like a fucking idiot sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, he's another odd fellow like Trump. They're both very strange humans.
He's not like super well spoken, even though the things he says might be intelligent. He doesn't say them necessarily in an intelligent way.
You know, I mean, I think so. I mean, for everything I know about him, I guess he is autistic to some degree.
A little, yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, great. I'm making fun of retard.
Well, no, he's not retarded.
Autistic.
He's autistic. But so
I was just joking.
But I mean, I think that he does have a hard time communicating what's going on in his head. But I mean, like he knows what he means. It's just he's not articulating it in a way that
he's not very articulate in what he says. Yeah.
And it's the same with Trump. Like he talks like every time Trump talks, it's like he's talking to a 5-year-old. Like he's trying to explain things to a 5-year-old. I'm like, I'm a grown ass man. Can you talk to me like I'm a grown ass man?
Yeah.
These the biggest, best numbers I've ever seen all the time. Greatest numbers. Okay, we got that. What else?
Greatest numbers. Dude, my 19-year-old actually does a pretty good Trump impersonation. I just don't want to tell him that because he will do it all the time if I tell him.
By the way, for anyone that maybe have feelings one way or the other, I hate them all equally, just so you know. And I mean that like deep down in my soul. Like I hate them all.
Yeah, dude, and worth over 400 billion. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Like he could single-handedly take care of Doge all by himself.
Number a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about like that amount of money. Like none of it's real at that point. Like these are all fictional things.
It's fuck you money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way,
dude, I'm just saying right now, if your net worth is over 25 million, you have fuck you money.
Yeah. If I had 400 billion, none of you guys would be working right now. We would go so many places. We would do so many fun things.
I just want you to know my new career might be Livewire whiskey if I win Powerball this week.
If I had 400
praying for you, Mike.
I'd die in 6 years and I'd die broke. And you guys would have had the best 6 years of your life. I promise.
All right, so Eric, where are we talking? I mean, my dream is Eastern Europe, just personally, but
absolutely, we go to Poland, but we'd all in September go to Munich and hang out at Oktoberfest for a week.
Got to.
That's in September, for the record.
Yeah, I know where.
False advertising.
I've been there 3 times. My first year in Germany, I was there, and in the next 2 after that, I've been to Oktoberfest 3 years in a row.
In fairness, Germany's got a lot of things wrong. As a partial German, I can say that.
But you can drive 160 miles an hour on their highways.
That's true. We should do that during Oktoberfest.
Technically, when there's not traffic, but it's like the largest parking lot in the world, for the record.
Oh, dude, when I was there, my second year I was there, during the fall, they get fog in Germany. And there was in the low-lying areas, they'll get really sucked out fog. And the traffic backed up in a low-lying area, and a guy in a Porsche 930 didn't know it, and he came down into the valley, and he hit the first car in the traffic jam and rolled for a kilometer over the top of traffic.
Oh my God!
We had to go to the wreck site in helicopters and help evacuate people from that. I've never seen such carnage.
So did they just like vacuum him up, or like?
I don't think we ever found him per se. I think his DNA was spread out over a great deal of area. But yeah,
sounds
we
right.
were all at work, and all of a sudden, our company commander comes up and says, "Everybody needs to go out to the helipad. We're going to put you all on helicopters so you can help rescue people in a huge traffic accident."
He kind of became like human pepper spray.
Yep. Yeah, pink mist.
Actually, I think they call one of the frickin' freeways in the UK the largest parking lot ever.
Oh, well, yeah, for different reasons, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because British cars don't run worth a damn.
Yeah, how do you like your Cooper Mini, James Morgan?
The Cooper Mini isn't built in England.
Oh, I don't know.
It's a BMW now. That's why it runs so well.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, I wonder how many vehicles are still built in Britain. I mean, a lot of them have shut down, so I wonder how many are actually There's not much left.
I'm going to ask AI.
I've actually said
What?
that
Oops.
if the British and the Italians built a car together, it would be the world's largest paperweight.
There you go. But damn, it looked pretty though.
It would be a beautiful car.
Yeah.
It'd have that stupid positive electric system.
Yeah.
That fries everything in the world, and it'd have 3 carburetors on it that were never properly tuned.
In fact,
All right, here's cars that are still built in the UK according to AI.
here we
The
go.
Mini is still built in the
It's
UK. It's not
assembled.
built in Germany.
It's assembled.
Honda has a plant. That doesn't mean they all are. So does Toyota, Nissan, Lotus, Aston Martin,
Yeah.
Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Jaguar, Land Rover, and Vauxhall. I don't even know what that is.
Vauxhall is
So
it's an
Vauxhall
offshoot
is
of Opel.
it's a Chevy basically.
Right, but
Oh,
at first it was an
and they
offshoot of
say-
Opel, but Opel was a GM product.
Yeah, they said it's not, the specific models aren't mentioned, but they have a presence in the UK.
Well, having a plant, I mean, I guess I don't know.
Well, I mean, the Volkswagen until not very long ago, the Volkswagen Jetta and the Volkswagen Bug were built in Puebla, Mexico. It doesn't make them a Mexican automobile.
Yeah, so I guess probably the better question is what vehicles are engineered, or something
Yeah,
like
that's,
that.
I mean,
Aston Martin would be, and I imagine Jaguar, and
well, Jaguar is Ford, right? Or it was.
and Rolls Royce.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know who owns them now. Same with Austin. They've been owned by a few people as well, and same with Rolls Royce. Like a lot of those brands have switched
That's true.
hands.
Rolls Royce was actually owned by Mercedes for a while, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And Bentley was owned by BMW for a while.
Yeah, I think they still are. I don't know though, but like I said, they've all changed hands so many times now. It's hard to keep up. But
Bentleys are such nice.
No, Jaguar is owned by Tata Motors, an Indian company.
okay, never would have guessed that one.
Yeah, they also own Land Rover.
77 good power.
Mark is in the green room. He says.
Oh, sorry, Mark.
The
I'm new to this.
The Jaguar, 77 goat power.
Can you hear me?
Tata Motors.
Yeah.
You say Tata Motors? I think they only make motorboats.
Yeah.
I got what I see what you did there.
Giggity.
There we
John,
go.
wake up. Chip, chop, chip.
How we doing, Mark? Good to see you, man.
I'm good.
Jonathan's half asleep. He's just like, it's fucking Boston. I'm going
That
to
is
bed.
not true at all.
He is pounding away on his keyboard. I can hear
He's
him.
doing his greatest Eric impersonation from back in
I
the
haven't
day.
fallen asleep online in so long.
You know, Eric, I miss you in your big fluffy white chair
It was
passing out.
yellow. It was actually gold.
Oh, okay, fair enough. My
And
memory.
It's gilded.
The reason it was easy to fall asleep in is because it was goose down. The
Dude.
entire chair was goose down.
Fucking Wild Turkey 101 is so good.
It smacks.
It's not bad.
God, it's really good. Like, I'm just like, I took a drink of that after I've had, the weeded from.
It gives you all the flavors of bourbon, and there's the spice that comes with it.
And it's,
I had
and
the
it's almost
Michter's
in the sweet
bourbon.
spot.
I had
You know what?
the
It's not
fucking
quite the sweet
Michter's.
spot. Not
Right.
107 is the sweet spot for
Yeah.
bourbon, I think.
What are you drinking, Doc?
This old fashioned, I just stirred up.
Oh, nice.
you
Is
Also
that a ice cube that's clear?
It's clear-ish, so I mean it gets some fuzzy stuff in the bottom. It's a big cube or a big rock, but yeah,
Is it a square or
it's got a little haze in the bottom. Yeah, it's a cube. It's a square. It's a square.
Also,
I have
Mark,
a-
you have
I have
gotten
two
buzzed
balls.
since I saw you last.
I have 2 ball molds that I got somewhere. Somebody.
Well, my refrigerator makes balls, and they're not very clear either.
Yeah, my fridge makes.
This
I have
is-
the same fridge you have. I think you said that we have the same fridge.
I think
It's
I
just- it's
think
not a
I
giant model,
got
but
my
it's
2
LG,
ball
it's
molds
the
from
crap I-
Livewire whiskey.
Nice. I have an old. It's not an old Farser. It's like a 2-inch, 2x2 silicone cube. Maybe it's 1.5 inches. But it would always freeze all the impurities in there. I had some foam around, and I insulated this thing with foam, so it like fits in the two-layer different pockets of foam. So if it freezes from the top down, all that is clear. It pushes out the impurities. If you catch it like before it's all the way frozen, you can take clear ice off the top, but it's not all the way frozen. Only the water freezes.
It's the way it freezes that puts all the air and impurities in it that makes it.
Well, the impurities are in the water, but the only thing that freezes is water. So as the water's freezing, all those impurities get pushed to the part that's still water, not solid.
But I've heard that if you do distilled water or anything like that, like it still won't do clear. You need to freeze it in the right way in order for it to be clear. So it's like you can't do it top to bottom, bottom to top. You have to do like all sides all at once or something like that.
Hey, fellas,
you have to slowly freeze it from the top to bottom and have enough water that you can cut off the impurities and take it out before they're all frozen into the ice.
Yeah. So guys, I know quite a bit about ice, and I want to say the best way I've found to avoid that, if I get the solo one more time, this is how you avoid all those issues. You just do this. And
you need to just kill that bottle right there.
Just don't do it. Just leave your ice alone after that. After you've done that,
doesn't matter if it's clear or not. Then
Independent Joe, Glenn.
No, there's ice in here. It's invisible because it's so clear.
You should just kill the rest of that turkey out of the bottle.
No, I'm saving it for a special occasion.
Oh yeah, don't do it then. This is not a special occasion.
Well, I mean, also I'm drunk, Mark. There is Mark. You're not Mark. That's Mark. You're Mike. Anyway, but yeah.
I do my many things, Sean.
Boiling water. Supposedly, if you boil water and then put it in your ice cube molds, they will come out clear.
No, that's not true. I mean, because it freezes slower. The point is freezing it slowly so that all the impurities get pushed away from the solid water ice.
Yeah, Joe is right. It is a pretty Glen. Look at that. Look at that.
You can freeze water in like a Yeti cup.
It's very nice.
Put water in a Yeti cup and freeze it in there. And if you can get it out, all the stuff will be at the bottom of it.
So
and
on
then you can
WikiHow,
cut off
it says
they call it directional freezing is what you need to do.
Cut off the nasty stuff and you have clear ice. So I've been like sawing these cubes in half.
Tap water twice to remove the minerals and freeze it to make semi-clear ice.
You ever seen the Japanese guys that like chop it with like a giant axe? That's always, it's always.
Yeah, I was using a serrated knife to cut off the fuzzy part on the bottom of some of these cubes.
He's like, he does very fast.
Dude, when you call it fuzzy ice, that seems kind of gross.
Fuzzy dice.
Hazy, bubbly, not clear.
Hazy. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, fuzzy kind of gave me the little heebie-jeebies when you said that.
Yeah, there's an actual.
It's moldy.
There's an actual Urban Dictionary thing for fuzzy dice.
I'd be curious to see what fuzzy. I bet there's a fuzzy ice.
Probably a different thing.
Yeah, pretty sure that's not what we're talking about here.
Here's how it froze in that insulated mold.
Okay.
So it's mostly clear on the top, but you can cut off that one fuzzball at the bottom.
Yeah, they say if you do directional freezing, it can actually go all the way out. You don't even have to cut it off.
That was my intent, but it's not quite insulated enough.
Yeah, it's like for
you probably can't see.
Anybody that has Xfinity or Comcast, you can use your Xfinity or Comcast rewards, which nobody ever uses, even though they have them, and you can get Perplexity for free. Perplexity Pro.
I don't even know what that is, Mike.
So Perplexity Pro, think
you are perplexing me, Mike.
Yeah, think ChatGPT, but it can also search the web.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I want more robots in my house.
Is that the one you were talking about last couple weeks ago that was like behind a year or two behind, or a little bit sooner than the ChatGPT? It's caught up.
Yeah, I mean, everything right now is moving so fast with these AI models, but Perplexity is pretty cool because it gives you you have news where you can put in your subjects, and
I mean, it just worries me. You know,
all of it worries me, dude. I'm about to be unemployed for the rest of my life. I'm just saying,
Really?
Oh, dude!
If AI does all the stuff that
lawyers, you're not going to need salespeople. You're not going to need engineers.
That's not true. Lawyers will make sure that nothing done by AI is legal. We write the laws, brother. We write the laws.
True.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about Biden's auto pen? Really?
Actually, AutoPen back in 2005, AutoPen signatures by AutoPen are completely legal.
Somebody got my attention.
AutoPen is completely legal. 2005, they said AutoPen signatures are completely legal as long as
when the guy has dementia and he can
for the president,
for anybody. And there are, I think there's something like 60 of his pardons where he's standing next to the person that he pardoned. So whether he knew what he was doing or not, he's standing next to them while he puts his little scribble there.
You guys remember the movie Weekend at Bernie's, right? He was standing too.
Yeah, no, but Bernie was dead. Biden wasn't dead.
We don't know that.
And I would still argue that Biden would do better on a constitutional law test than Trump would at his state now.
I mean,
I would not argue that.
Eric,
I guarantee you, Trump doesn't know a thing about the article that governs his own office.
Eric, in fairness, I think you're setting the bar way too low. But continue, sir.
Okay, I'm just saying that guy said that Article 2 gave him the right to do anything he wanted last time he was in office, and it does not give him the right to do anything he wants.
I want to just reiterate that I hate all of them equally.
I understand because this all started with Barack Obama, who said, I have a pen and a phone, and made it all of a sudden okay, instead of getting bills passed, to go ahead and just write executive orders.
All the stuff you wanted to. Yeah.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Hey, there you guys go. We have some Twitch people.
And
posting
I will challenge the President of the United States to a constitutional law test anytime he'd like, anywhere he'd like.
Hey, Deuce, buy a new. Hope you die in a fire.
Buy new.
May you and your mom have anal sex for the rest of your life.
That's it. That's what I wish.
Who is that?
Whoever that guy is on Twitch posting dumb links.
Speaking of auto pen, that's AI right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's AI right there.
Dude, I used AI yesterday, so
cheers, Joe.
I haven't posted the website yet, but Edgy Outdoors that Frankie wants to make videos. We did the one last year, and we're going to do more.
Wait a minute. Edging Outdoors? What'd you say?
I know.
That's what I heard as well.
Yeah. Rim. Yeah. Anyway, I used it to build a website in literally 8 minutes.
The spoiler is he never finishes on the tree.
Yeah.
Son, what the fuck?
Eric sends me a fucking text today, and he's like, what was it?
Confucius say, woman who bleach anus, change ringtone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Eric's back.
Yeah.
That was on YouTube a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think it was on
Eric,
a Deathless Dog stream at some point.
Eric, I gotta say, buddy, it's been. I'm glad to see you back in the community. It was too long of a hiatus, sir.
That's what happens when he gets hooked up with a 35-year-old that just wants to have sex all the time.
She was 29. She was not that old.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Correction, sir. Correction.
None of us want to work that hard, Eric.
You probably can't work that hard, Mike.
Yeah. Definitely couldn't, even if I wanted to. I need a little more whatever it's called, where you have that long-term ability to do something.
Trimex, Doc? Is that the shot? I know the other one is Caverject. I said there's a shot.
I'm not sure.
If you want to work hard, there's a shot.
I didn't say that. Oh.
No, I said that.
Oh, okay. And there's also a vacuum. I'm not a urologist, so I don't know all the ins and outs.
Yeah.
Ins and outs.
You're not a urologist yet. Wow, you were arguing with what's his name, Stu, about what an ileostomy is.
No, just a stoma. Just a stoma. That's all. Yeah. Okay. Stoma is a much broader term than he had it in his head. That's all.
That's for sure.
He had a stoma in his head?
I mean,
no, but he probably could have used one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you can inject intelligence, but.
Oh, you Josh, you picked up a nice OTF. Right. What? Oh, it's called Cobra Tech. Oh, is that one of the gun show OTF?
I think I had that upstairs. Talking about an automatic knife
out the front.
Out the front, automatic knife. Yeah, I got one upstairs. The other end of it has a window breaker, glass breakers on the other end of it.
I can't even get them shipped to New Mexico.
I think it's a Cobra Tech. It came in a little plastic. They won't ship cigar stuff to Illinois.
No. Anything that is automatic is not legal.
Okay.
Wow. Colorado, for all the shit Colorado does, Colorado actually about 8 or 9 years ago flipped on their knife laws, and they made it to where you can have butterfly knives and auto knives. They basically rolled back all the restrictions on a lot of the restrictions on that.
Carry an auto knife in Illinois.
Just
You
writing
have
down
to have
the dates and
concealed
not
carry
doing
to do that. But
We can't have auto knives and we can't have balisongs.
Oh yeah, I mean nobody would carry it. You can't technically carry a balisong because every one is more than 3.5 inches,
Yeah.
and there's a carry limit to 3.5 inches. But you can
Yeah,
have it.
Mexico
You
got
can't
rid of-
carry it.
Oh, that's Lagavulin. Yeah.
my daughter's favorite scotch. 16.
We said we were going Pete with the last pour, so
Indeed.
Oh, you're on your last pour already?
Cahuila. I love it.
I should not have poured this much 101 then.
yeah, just put it back. It's fine.
Nah, just drink it real fast.
Uh
If you drink it real fast, it won't have any effect. Just
Oh, is
You
that
do shots?
yeah,
you do shots?
Yeah, the faster
You do
it goes
shots?
down, the less effect it has.
Wolf it.
Don't worry, nobody's watching.
You do shots? Wolf
Let
it.
him drink it. Oh no, we're not watching.
I haven't had this pour in over a year, probably. Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like it. I just haven't thought of it.
I'm still looking for the Cahuila 15-year 11 month I got. It's vintage bottling, which isn't what they do is they take the barrels that nobody wants to use and then they bottle them themselves. And that 15-year 11 month Cahuila was the best scotch I've ever had in my life.
Wow.
It's no Benchmade or Micro. Yeah, Microtech and Protech are pretty good. Benchmade doesn't make the greatest autos. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That's all too high end for me. I have a bunch of cheap knives. That's all I'm at.
I have a bunch of cheap knives too, but I do have some high end.
My Gerbers and my Kershaws, they're good for. They're fine.
Ooh, Gerber, that's rough. But the Kershaws are good.
I carry a Gerber dime around with me all day long, every day.
I mean, the thing is, they still do the thing they need to do.
Little mini multi-tool.
That's Kershaw.
Yep. Yeah, Kershaw actually owns ZT, which is a very high end company.
Zero tolerance. I love zero tolerance knives, but they need to come with a blonde and a cigarette.
Okay, here's what I'll say, guys. Like I appreciate. I'm a knife collector myself. I have a few, but this guy right here, this is my multi-tool I've been using for 5 years now.
Surge?
No, this is a Walmart special. This thing cost me $12. It's all stainless steel somehow, and it's real stainless steel because I have put it through the ringer, and there is no rust on this guy. Variety of blades and things, and I use this thing every day.
Looks very much like a Gerber knockoff.
Yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. Yeah,
No, it's a Leatherman knockoff. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I got a Gerber that's better than any Leatherman I've ever owned.
I'm just saying, like,
That's probably not true. Well, maybe the ones you've owned, but Leatherman definitely has got better steel.
all I'm saying is I'm certain I've used this particular knife more than most of you have used any of your knives.
100%. But has it ever cut open boxes?
I've cut wood with it.
He's cut humans with it.
Yeah, I'm just joking because that's like
There's a little saw on there.
Yeah,
like everybody is
legitimately, Mike. There's been times when I need to shave off a little bit off of a 2x4, and I just use this blade right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, and I freaking love that because you get like the knife, like kind of like what do you call it? The knife. They're like it has to be high end for them. They're like bigots almost,
Snobs?
right? Snobs. That's the
snobs?
word I was looking for. Fuck. They're like knife snobs, right? And they're like, oh my god, you don't have like 110V steel on your knife. Like that's never gonna stay sharp. And it's like, who the fuck cares? Like what most people use a pocket knife for is like opening letters and Amazon packages.
exactly.
And so
There's a nice little hook box cutter on my dime.
Yeah, like I love that, right? Like I love when somebody's actually a user and like, guess what? I don't have the fucking $220 Leatherman.
So this guy
I think it's probably the third one I've had because I lost the other ones. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get another.
So I just, as you can see, I used it earlier this week. I use this to scrape tar off of a roof. It's definitely not sharp anymore. Hasn't been sharp in a while, but it gets the job done. I mean, that's the thing. It's like it's a tool. Like it's not. This isn't a thing that you show off to your friends. Yeah, but I mean, it does the thing it's supposed to do. So,
And
Is that
if
your
it
Gerber
doesn't
multi-tool?
stay, like that's
Or
that's
your
the
Leatherman?
trade-off
That's my
to
Gerber. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my favorite attachment to my Gerber.
are you going to
Jonathan's
bed?
on your Gerber?
Are you saying bye, Jonathan?
I am. I don't want to interrupt the conversation because it's interesting.
This is my favorite tool
night.
on my
Good night,
Gerber.
sir.
This-
Yeah, not Jonathan. Cheers, buddy.
The
Good night.
some call it an ice pick. I call it the lobotomy tool.
Yeah, man.
Uh-huh.
I
So-
love that.
To a lot of your points also, like
Glass
the
break.
better steels in the more expensive knives. So you get like some of those high-end Benchmades or whatever that have like really good steels, not the S30V, but like the real steel. And they're harder to sharpen.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
So they might stay sharp longer, but they take way longer to sharpen. So once they go dull, you're less likely to sharpen it. If you have kind of that more run-of-the-mill standard, stainless, non-high carbide tool steel type knife, like your Kershaw's or your Walmart multi-tools, you could sharpen that thing in like 3 minutes with just a ceramic stone. You don't need to have diamond. You don't need to.
Well, I
Yep.
mean, and the other thing too is like I never like I can't think of a time in the day where I need something that's razor sharp. That's usually not like a thing that I need. Like because I'm never doing like precision cutting with my knife. There's other tools for that. So usually,
Yeah, I mean, like, and then you're in a work situation. You could have a box cutter or a razor knife, whatever that is. Like,
yeah.
you could have any of those things where your knife is a
Keys to the
little more
plane.
utilitarian, less specific on what it needs to do.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yeah.
if I'm cutting drywall, I'm not going to use my multi-tool. I'm going to use a razor knife.
Like, if you're a fucking doctor and you roll into my surgery with a pocket knife, I'm concerned.
Yeah, as
Here
you
we
should.
are. It's okay. I got tweezers right here. It's fine. I can do that.
Mark, did you ever
Just
hear about the
tweezers.
doctor? He was an eye doctor, and he had actually created scalpels made out of obsidian, but they were so sharp that the eye didn't know it had been cut, and so they wouldn't heal.
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't know that.
And they had to stop doing it because he was fucking people up.
That's weird though. Like, then it wasn't. How's it cut but not cut? That's just weird.
No, it cuts, but it was sharper than any surgical
Yeah.
scalpel
Yeah,
had ever.
steel. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was glass, and I guess the body doesn't register some wounds if they're super fine.
So you're like pushing cells apart rather than cutting.
Yeah.
Maybe. But then they would just go back together again. I don't understand
You would
the
think.
process.
So I'm going to put some
mean-
sharpening videos out on the other channel, just because I need to sharpen some knives and it's fun to just kind of video it and make it happen. But I've sharpened knives where I've cut myself and I didn't even fucking realize I cut myself.
Yep.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you're just like it was one of
It
those.
doesn't cause
things
any
where I-
pain, but I mean, your body is still going to heal.
Yeah. And it was like, I mean, you realize it a little bit later because eventually it starts to hurt, but it was after the blood was flowing. Like, my knives usually have a little bit of a fidget factor, and you'll be like doing this, and then you're like, whoop, I just accidentally, and you're like, oh, and then you're like, what the fuck? Why am I bleeding? Like, all down my arm. It's because the shit was so sharp. I didn't you felt it, but you're like, oh, it didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden it was like, just happened to hit you in the right spot where it bled like a freaking stuck pig.
Yeah,
That's the problem with the super sharp knife is you bleed a lot more. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
probably that was just a bullshit. And I read that story a long time ago because this says that there are lots of especially what are skin doctors called, Doc?
Dermatologists.
Yeah, dermatologists use the glass knives to remove moles and all kinds of things, and it's sharper than any stainless ever or any steel ever.
Yeah, I believe it.
I mean, the bottom line is scalpels are sharp, not because they come to a finer point, but they do, but also because the angle of the edge is a much more acute angle compared to a pocket knife. A pocket knife is going to be 15 to 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Whereas you're going to get 8-degree razor blades on a scalpel.
So why are Scandi blades so much better because every Scandi blade I've ever had I thought was a better cutting blade. Like the
So Scandi blades are typically used for like bushcraft type stuff.
yeah, and they're like at 17. They're usually at
so
17.
if you think about it, right, like the whole cutting edge goes back, you know, say an inch.
Yeah.
Instead of it having like a micro bevel, it's like the whole cutting edge. Everything, like normally if you get like you know, a concave grind and then it goes down to a actual edge, this goes down like the whole piece of the blade, like the whole side of the blade goes down to the actual sharpened edge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a lot more steel backing it up, so you have less likely to roll, you have less likely to chip. And it actually pulls, you know, if you, because you're supposed to use it for wood, right? That's really what that's used for. So you can do
Like
woodcraft, you know, bushcraft type stuff, make your own wooden spoon or whatever it is. It actually, if you ever carve, like you can go get a, it's like a $20 knife.
Yeah, I have 5 of them. Well, I can't remember the name of it.
Amora.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not stainless. They're not stainless steel. They're just high carbide, non-stainless. But you can go get one for like $20. It is the absolute best fixed blade camp knife you can buy.
It really is.
I mean, unless you want to spend hundreds of dollars for better steel that does it, but they're easy to sharpen because a Scandi blade has such a big edge. You can always find it on a stone. You don't have to have you know, some of the things that I use. You can just do it on a stone. And like when you cut wood or you cut even food or whatever, you just feel it like pulling everything away.
Yeah.
It's really
when I've got 4 of the bigger.
Yes, it is story time. That's right.
And then I got a small one, and I use one of them. I can batten wood all day long, just all day long. I get a limb, beat, and I make so much different kindling.
Dude, I'll tell you, like, if I was going to recommend anybody for like camping, hunting, fishing, a knife,
like forged in fire. What's going on here?
I would say go get a Mora. They're like $20, and
it kills.
They're disposable. If you don't know how to sharpen, you throw it away and go buy a new one.
I take emery cloth.
That knife will kill.
Adhesive on my my what's the thing that you beat that blacksmiths beat steel on? It's
big enough.
An anvil.
Anvil. Thank you. That word is.
Have you had a stroke?
Here's my guy.
No, I just
have one of those.
words.
I have that exact same knife.
Yeah, this is when I'm in the woods. I need to chop down shit. As you can see,
it's a great knife.
It has
chopped. You can baton with that bitch too.
Yeah,
pine sap. I think.
But I love my Morgneys, and I sharpen them on emery cloth on my anvil. I start with higher grit, and I go all the way to 1,000, and it puts the mirror shine back on them.
Yeah, when I'm doing chisels or planes, when I sharpen those, I do it on glass.
On glass.
Yeah, with wet sandpaper that's sticky back. So when you're sharpening woodworking tools, you put it on glass with a little thing that holds the angle, and you just with wet sandpaper.
Yeah, I watched this kid, and he's a kid because he's younger than me, but I watched this kid on YouTube. He's the one that taught me to put my emery cloth on my anvil. You spray the adhesive on it, you put the different grits on there. And when he got to 1,000, he was able to put the mirror shine back on all his Moras. Every single one of them looked brand new.
Yeah. I bought my wife one from Blade HQ that has their like little candy color on it, so that when we go camping, she has a Mora for, you know, it's her camp knife, cooking. And
well, while the home shopping network is ending their spiel, I'm going to go hit the head. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good. So Spyderco is great. I've got about 150 Spydercos, Josh.
I love my Spyderco knives.
Wow.
I used to have more. I was in the Spyderco Collectors Club, so every single Spyderco that came out, they sent to me, and I got like wholesale price instead of retail. But still, it was super fucking expensive. I had to sell a bunch of them just because I couldn't afford to.
I've got a better deal. The guy I bought them from found a box that had fallen off a truck.
Wow. Some of them are pretty crazy. And I love the Spyderco. Like,
you want to buy a knife? Open up his trench coat.
Fish Stock understands what fell off a truck means. This was a hijacked shipment of Spyderco knives.
Boker makes really good autos, for the record. They have it's not OTFs, but regular autos. If you can have an auto, you can go get the Kalishnikov auto from Boker. It's one of the best buys and one of the best autos. Like I have one, I carry it all the time.
I have autos. I just can't order them here. I have to go to El Paso and buy them because Texas allows autos. You can't carry concealed without a, or you can't carry open without a concealed carry license, but you can have all the auto knives you want.
You know what's funny is the way knife laws work, they make absolutely no sense. So I don't know which is which, but California and New York are like completely opposite in their fixed blade laws. So like if you carry a fixed blade in, we'll just say California, it has to be concealed. If you carry it in New York, the fixed blade can't be concealed. It's like the weirdest.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's the dumbest thing. Like when was the last time you've heard of anybody going on a, killing anybody with a fucking butterfly knife? Like it's not convenient. It's flashy. No. It's not convenient.
There's a lot of states in America that pretend to be America. That's all I have to say.
I live in a state that it used to be illegal to have brass knuckles. Now, as long as you can see my brass knuckles, I can have them.
So you just wear them all the time. Yeah, just put them on your hands and walk around.
When I go out, like if I'm going out with friends, like to drink all night, I'll wear them on a dog tag chain because I can just grab them and yank them off, and they're open. So I'm not concealed. So when I pull them off and I knock all the teeth out of your head, I'm legal.
That's a great necklace you've got there, Aaron.
Hey, rules be rules.
And I'm a lawyer, so I learned how to use those
letter of the law. That's what it says. That's what it means.
Yeah. Yeah, I can wear brass knuckles as long as they're out in the open. As long as brass knuckles are someplace where everybody can see them. So I wear them on dog tag chains.
It's a fair rule.
Yeah, it is a fair rule.
Eric is correct, but it's hard to disinfect, apparently.
Oh.
What now?
Oh, it's hard to disinfect. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know.
I don't
know why it'd be hard to disinfect.
It seems you could autoclave them.
Oh, the knife is hard to disinfect?
I think
it's
the
wound.
The glass blade is hard to disinfect.
Single use. I guess you could boil it.
We can't have auto knives, but I can conceal carry my 45. Fair.
Why would it be hard? Why wouldn't typical disinfectants work on that? I don't understand why it wouldn't work.
I don't either.
Like you can't, for example, you cannot sterilize hair. So when you find a hair in your food, just know there's no fucking way in this world it's sterile.
Well, okay, fair. Yeah. So you wouldn't be able to get the materials off of it, I guess is what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, like there are just some things that you can't, like there's so I don't know if it's porous.
I guess glass shouldn't be porous, and maybe obsidian has
there may be micro.
Yeah, it's microscopic. But it's the same thing with steel, surgical steel, like a sterilize that. So it's just an autoclave. It's just like boiled under pressure, and that's why it's not.
Yeah, I don't know how it would be worse than steel. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Even steel is slightly porous. I mean, it's not super porous, but I mean, it'd be the same as obsidian, I would imagine. I can't.
Or even more so than glass.
Or more so. I think glass would be less porous than steel would.
Yeah, so that doesn't track. I don't understand how it's.
But I remember reading that the first doctor, and he was an eye doctor who wanted, and it was when they used to do cataract surgery with blades, and he had caused a bunch of infections in his clients, and I don't know why. I just remember reading that, and I thought that's because I've always thought that glass blades, while they chip and shatter, are such great.
Yeah, if you got that left behind mouth that shatters, and if you get a little chip off the edge of that thing in your eye, it's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, like you have a few different things when you're talking about just like blades in general. You have hardness, which is like the Rockwell scale.
Something I know nothing about.
I don't. I mean, I'm going to be 50 in July. Like sometimes you just got to do.
I was trying to think of the Rockwell song. Good call.
Yeah, thanks. Sometimes you just got to operate in a softer mode.
I got the Rockwell.
That's your problem a lot, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. I'm just saying. Like, I mean, whatever. Hey, I'm confident enough to know that I can do things soft. Anyway.
still getting the job done.
Yeah,
you know?
hey, yeah, I haven't had a complaint out loud. So
Well, that's because she's married to you and don't want to split everything in half.
in fairness, I love her and she would never try to hurt my feelings.
Right, that's very true. I'm
Yeah.
glad to hear that.
Someone is very aware of Mike's sensitivities. It's not
Yeah,
going
she knows I'm
out.
sensitive, and apparently 4 inches is gigantic. So
Right. Wow.
Well, if it's that
Huge.
wide,
Huge. It's big numbers, big numbers, huge numbers.
big numbers,
huge.
big,
They're huge. They're
Big.
huge.
Biggest
billions,
numbers we've ever.
billions.
And billions and billions and billions and
Yeah.
billions and billions and billions.
But like, so you get the hardness, you get toughness, which is different than hardness.
Yeah.
And those are like the 2 key things, right? Because hardness tends to be like, how long does it hold its edge? But super hard things tend to chip, but toughness keeps it from like rolling. So you'll notice, like, if you find some of the cheaper knives, right? You've done some things, you're cutting, and you're like, man, one direction it's sharp and the other direction it's not.
Right.
And so if you take
Run your thumb across the blade.
Yeah,
no,
it's got
take
an edge.
your
Its
fingernail,
edge is curved.
Thumbnail.
Yeah.
Your thumbnail.
take your fingernail on the blade and just scrape towards the edge like this on both sides.
And if it
And you'll
hangs
see
up,
one side it probably catches just a little bit, not a lot.
Mhm.
And then the other side it just goes right off, and you'll be like, okay, that side is the sharp side because the edge kind of went like that a little bit.
so Mike, I've heard that actually, depending on which hand you use, you should do sharpening on one side less than on the other side.
They do that with chef knives. They don't really do it with pocket knives.
Okay.
So you'll see some chef knives have a different angle on one side versus the other because it helps make you go
a couple
straight
degrees,
down
maybe?
when you're right or left-handed, kind of like left versus right-handed scissors, I guess. I don't know.
Mike, are you
Well,
still
left and right hand scissors, 'cause when you squeeze them, they separate instead of going together.
Mike, do you still make knives?
I've never made them. I only buy them at a
Oh,
ridiculous.
You don't buy like the blanks and do that stuff, or
I did for a little bit, but dude, it like makes such a fucking mess, and I didn't want that shit going in my lungs. So I'm like, I do woodworking.
you know
I don't
that
even
was
do steelworking.
that was my problem. We have a farmer's market here, and there was a guy here who was napping obsidian without a mask on. And I told him, I said, you understand how dangerous what you're doing is. You are risking your life because you're going to breathe in glass shards because they float.
Yeah, I already have issues with like my sneezing and coughing when I'm doing woodworking. Like I was out in the garage yesterday my son's getting married. I'm making him a cutting board for his wedding, for his gift. And I'm like, as soon as I start sanding, I do dust control, so it's like I have air filtration and all that shit, but I don't put anything over my face, and I still sneeze like a dirty bitch and start just blow my nose the next day, and it comes out gross. It's Sean knows what I'm talking about, working with materials all fucking day every day.
Yeah.
My dad has a wood shop, and every single tool has a vent to it that's attached to a vacuum cleaner in the corner.
Dust collection. Yeah,
dust collector, and it's always been that way. I used to work with him all the time. He made me a really cool pecan walking stick, pecan wood walking stick. Dude, if I hit you with that, you are going to get broken bones. So I had him make it for me. I didn't tell him why. I said, I need a pecan walking stick, Dad. So okay.
I'm making also on my CNC this weekend. I was making puzzles for my younger grandkids. I have one she's going to be 6 this year, so I didn't make it for her. But it's got their name on it, so it they can and name. And then my grandson, it's going to have like sports, like a baseball, a bat, stuff like that in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm making little puzzles just so that they can do it, made out of wood.
Yeah. With a little plug peg, you just drop it into the shape. And
so it's like my my youngest granddaughter is Eleanor, so I've Eleanor written out with a heart, and so she has to find the heart, and she has to do. She's only a year old, so she can't read yet, but it's just ways to get their motor skills going.
The letters are all puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, puzzles are great.
Yeah, just wait, and it's just things where they can know that Grandpa made it for them, right? They call me Bampa, but yeah.
Grandpa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Bampa.
my dad used to make all kind. He had a huge wood shop for a while, and it pissed me off so bad. But I don't. He gave my wife, my sister's ex-husband, almost all of his good woodworking equipment.
Yeah. I'm
Dad,
making. I'm doing.
Remember, you had a son who likes to do woodworking.
Yeah. I'm doing for my son. I'm doing bumblebees. So they're both. It's Brett and Brendan are my son and his fiance, and so I'm doing bumblebees for 2 bees. You know, so that's kind of my like creativity ability.
No, Josh, I have not.
Wait, what were the names, Mike?
Brendan and Brett. My oldest is my son getting married.
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's going to be my first gay wedding ever.
That's
Pretty
fair.
exciting.
I was trying to like
Yeah.
put it together in my head.
Brett and Brendan. Those are 2 guys. Oh, okay.
I thought I misheard, but
Yeah. Brett and Brendan. So it was funny because before they were engaged or anything, like my son was out here for my youngest graduation, and I'm like, so if you guys get married, like, how does this fucking work? Like, there's shit that's way different. I'm like, how does the bachelor party work? Do you both go?
I know is they're getting laid way more than heterosexual people are.
Yeah. And it does kind of creep me out when my son starts talking about that shit. But so they did their bachelor parties separate, for the record. So
they had 2 bachelor parties.
Yeah, but they're not doing them together. They're their own friends. And then I was like, so how does the wedding party work?
If that was my kid, I would want both of them to have them, but on different days, so Dad could attend both. Yeah.
I was not allowed to go. I would have gone to Cabo with twice.
All right, so I have a question, Mike. So you know how when there's straight dude bachelor parties, like sometimes like your boys will get like a male stripper to like fuck with you. So is it the opposite? It like
a female stripper?
Dude, they were considering doing it in Vegas instead of Cabo. And so my oldest is the one getting married. My middle son is the best man. So he was like, if you want to do this in Vegas, like we'll go to that strip club that you like.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like it, and he has mostly straight friends. So it'd be a little bit awkward for everybody, but it's like, we'll take you there. They were all in. And he's like, no, I just want to go have fun as, friends. And they didn't do the whole stripper thing for the bachelor party. They did it down in Cabo at a resort. And my 19-year-old went and got, pretty hammered with them for the first time, that he's ever been hammered with them. And they all had a pretty good time. He comes back tomorrow. But
cool.
Yeah, it's I was like, how does the wedding party work? Like, if you have a best man and he has a best man, do they walk down the aisle together? I'm like, I am not trying to be weird. I just want to know how this works. I'm just curious.
Intuitive minds want to know.
Yeah. And so he's like, nobody's walking down the aisle. They're just going to be waiting.
Yeah, that's the gay. Yeah. The gay weddings I've been to, nobody walks down the aisle. One of the guys at one of the weddings I went to, he had men and women in his wedding party. The other guy just had men. I don't know. It's just.
Yeah, they're going to have boys and girls in their wedding party. It's much more or less like formal. Like, how like when a boy and a girl get married, like you'll be like, if they're friends and they're in a friend group, right? It'll be like, oh, this husband and wife, they'll just walk down together, whatever that number is. And the
still have 10 out of 10 points.
Wedding party. Oh,
what?
That's so sweet.
Thanks. Where'd the points come from?
I'm not making fun of you.
My microphone's open, so
I really think it's sweet. No, that's not. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not making fun of you. There's this woman that I met the other day at a bar. She looks just like my fourth wife.
Doc, I'm pretty sure you.
Hi.
Hello.
Doc, I think you need to go to bed right now.
Yeah. No.
Hey, we'll be here in 5 minutes. You can go to bed real quick.
3 minutes.
It ain't about that.
No,
At this point. So yeah, there's she poured me a blind earlier because I was trying to like pour me a blind. So I drank it. I got like 1 point out of the blind she poured me, and I was like, wow. And she's just coming to tell me I'm still 10 out of 10 points for her. That's what she said. That's why I was like, I didn't understand what she's talking about. But the blind that I'm trying to tie Joe without getting destroyed. So
There you go.
I try to do a little blind
For the
things along the way.
record, Joe is really good about taking care of the people on his stream.
he is.
Indeed.
So, Sean, do you like my hat? Is this an okay hat?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I don't care what you think.
Is that a new
It's
flat
not
brim?
Joe's all right to me.
This is the hat that I bought at a secondhand store for $25. Then I looked it up, and it's a $400 hat.
I mean, it's all felt. Looks well.
It's all felt.
Whatever they call it.
I was a little,
Folded?
I've been a
I don't
little
know.
concerned about the salmon around it. I mean, I don't care what people think, but
It looks orange from here.
it's salmon.
It looks like it matches the orange. Is it salmon dots on the band too?
Honest to God,
Yeah.
I feel like we spend so much time in this world worrying about what other people think.
You're
and-
right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And 99 out of 100 times, nobody gives a fuck
It
about
looks
it.
like a sun hat. What it looks like.
The other day, somebody saw me wearing it, and he's all, "Where's Curious George?" And I was with my best friend Steve. And I said, "He's right there."
Well, also that,
Unless
that
you're in
fella,
high school, because they care in high school, but now nobody cares.
also that fella has his hats mixed up. You don't have the Curious George hat.
No, the
Yeah.
brim is the only thing that kind of makes it Curious Georgie. It's not yellow.
Anthony actually has a hat that's a little bit like a Curious George hat.
A little bit, yeah.
No, but I like this hat. I wasn't sure at first, but I like this hat.
Yeah, Josh thinks that the $400 might have been because of all the lice in it.
No, there was no lice
That's
in
an
it.
added value.
Yeah. Free lice with every hat.
Free lice with
Yeah.
every hat. No, there's no lice. I promise there's no lice.
Dude, Lagavulin 16 is just so solid. God, this is a really good pour.
It's true.
What is?
All right, boys.
Lagavulin 16.
Oh, okay.
Actual final pour. It's nearly, well, we're approaching midnight here.
That's because you live in the wrong part of the world. Where I live, it's not even 10 yet.
I would
hours
agree.
worth of drinking left.
Here's the thing, Eric. I would agree, except for that you live in hell. So,
I don't live in hell.
No, he lives in New Mexico, not Arizona.
it's basically the same thing.
I don't live in hell. Matter of fact, like today, it was only 78 degrees. It was a beautiful day.
I do need something non-peated for my last drink.
All right. Don't go super bougie, Mike. I'm poor over here.
all that whiskey behind you says you're not poor back there.
Well, I mean,
And if you're going to get divorced, you need to drink all that shit up because she gets half of it.
Okay. Okay.
But thank you, Eric.
I want everybody to pick
You told me 2 weeks
single
ago
malt.
you might need my help. Drink up, brother. That's my help. Drink up.
Okay, fair. Fair enough. Anyway,
Because I bet there's some unopened bottles back there that are worth more than they were when you bought them, huh?
Pick an American single malt, Sean.
okay.
Strahan's.
Well, I was gonna say
Stranahan's.
Well, so I don't have any Westland on me. I do have 2 Stranahan's.
Stranahan's cask strength. You have cask strength?
Oh, well, yeah, that's the only one we're drinking.
Okay, get it. Get it done. God, that's my favorite Stranahan's in the world.
All right, we'll do Stranahan's.
Yes. Yes. Stranahan's cask.
And it's awesome because you get a jigger.
That's it.
Excuse me?
And
Language,
I just
sir.
like to
Language.
say jigger because it's not actually bad.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think that for me, Stranahan's is like in the same like world as like Balcones in that the picks, the castering picks that was a way too heavy a pour. Actually, you know what?
No, it's fine.
It definitely is. I shouldn't even be having this pour at all. So
Do you have to work tomorrow?
I do.
What time?
Ooh, corn and whiskey. Yeah, that is not a terrible idea.
Cheers,
But
Cornelius.
but
What time
anyway,
do you get work?
Well, I mean, it's up to me, but I mean, typically.
Oh, well, shit, drink up, brother. If it's up to you.
I mean, but the thing is, we still try and be on the job site 8:39 at the latest, and and that's after waking up and all the things and picking up the guys and getting water and all the other.
No, you call your second in charge and tell his ass be there with everybody else at 8:30, and I'll see you when I see you.
I am the second in charge, Eric.
Oh, I thought you were first in charge.
So
I'm both.
114.84. If you guys ever see one of these and you don't have one, might be one of the best buys in picks.
What's that now?
So just the Stranahan's single barrel picks
are amazing.
Yeah, like $50 usually, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Buy one that doesn't say specs on it.
Oh, you said some numbers though. That's what I was wondering.
Oh yeah, mine's 114.84 proof.
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
What's yours?
116.72.
Yeah,
but they're like $50.
Yeah,
like, dude, this is you'll see this summer when I'm out like jumping on, Whiskey Wars or mashing metal. We're doing one of those Friday nights. I'll be on the patio and I'll just bring a Stranahan's because I can sip on this shit all night long. I play this when we play Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty on Stranahan's, for the record.
Yeah, man. That's just a good pour. There's nothing wrong with it.
Cheers, John. What's up, buddy?
So, look, Richie in the house as well. Cheers.
Cheers, Richie.
Cheers, Richie.
So you want the Stranahan's?
I did.
Good.
We did.
Okay.
We all did. All the dids.
Yeah, Stranahan's, Doc?
Do not own. No. That looks like tequila. That looks like tequila. Jesus Christ. Terrible pick. What is that?
Single malt, Doc?
That's Cuervo.
Yeah, I like some single malts.
I'm gonna send you one of these.
I like some single malts.
I mean, to your point though, Mike, I have to agree.
If you must,
has to be the best value in American single malt.
I like Pete too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, it is. It is so good.
I'm interested. When we were there, so we did the Steve pick for story time when he came out, but we had the chance to talk to him, and I was like, look, like Westland does finished picks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys don't do anything finished. And they're like, and so we're in their frickin' Rick house, and they take us over. They have a Lafroig barrel that they were finishing the Stranahan's in, which we got to sample.
How was that?
Wow.
Dude, it was so fucking good, but it was like all Lafroig. If you don't like Lafroig, you would not like it.
That's the thing. Of all the things they could have finished it in.
Band-Aids and Band-Aids.
Yeah, Band-Aids and hate, I think, is what Bourbon says it is, right?
It's not Band-Aids and hate. It is smoked salmon. It is.
Yeah,
no.
I do get a little bit of rubbery.
Hard to disagree.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a plasticky kind of rubbery.
Yeah,
plastic. That's the Band-Aid thing.
Ardbeg 10 is
sterile. Excuse me.
Yeah. Ardbeg, I get barbecue. Lafroig, I get a little bit of like the rubbery peat. Like, so Lafroig isn't my favorite peated usually.
What turns me off on Lafroig is, to me, what it reminds me of is like wet ashtray. And this is I've told this story before, but like when I was a younger man, I used to recycle cigarettes, I guess you would say.
Oh God.
And outside of your local 7-Eleven, there would be some that weren't all the way used up.
Yes, they were.
Were they flat from people stepping on them too?
It doesn't matter.
No. I just got the shivers of somebody putting a used cigarette in their mouth.
No. He just tear them all apart and make new cigarettes with the shit that's left in the cigarettes.
No. Okay, so
you are frugal.
I feel like none of you are getting the picture I'm trying to display.
No, I get it.
Stop interrupting. Oh, sorry.
So outside of the 7-Eleven, there was a ashtray. It was on like a mountain of like concrete. At the top was an ashtray.
Full of sand.
Yeah, full of sand. There
Probably.
And this was
cat litter.
This was outside, so it was getting rained on all the time. And so when we were skateboarding around town, we would hit up the 7-Eleven to see if there was any cigarettes that weren't used up yet, because we're poor. I was like 15 at the time, and so it's as bad as you imagine. First of all,
it doesn't sound like you're not selling it.
But so that note though,
sense.
the wet cigarette, like used cigarette note, that's what Lefroy reminds me of.
Yeah. So what I get from Lefroy,
So you have fond memories of it. So what you're
Yeah,
saying?
it sounds like.
Not really.
Lefroy, I get a little bit of like. I just always picture when I drink Lefroy, like the like mat that the bartenders pour all the drinks on, that little rubber thing that has the little fingers sticking up on
Yeah.
it.
Mm-hmm.
It always kind of gets a little bit of what you expect that to smell like, right? Like it's a little bit of the rubber,
Okay.
a little bit of the, brown liquor, you know what I mean? But and then the peat. And so that's what kind of like, I only have a couple of Lefroigs because it has to be the right Lefroy for me to like it. Now, Ardbeg, I get like smoked meat and shit like that.
Hey,
Oh,
most
yeah,
of it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Trying to find some of these quintessential. I know J-Max
Ardbeg,
sent me
all
some quints.
Those Ardbegs are amazing.
I mean, so that's the thing is I've never had an Ardbeg I didn't like, and I've never had a Lefroy that I did.
I had that one before.
So yeah, I don't know what to do with that. We were talking about this on Anthony's stream, and I don't like Lefroy's peat profile. That's all.
Yeah, I don't like the Lefroy as much. I can do I like the 10-year cask strength. That's not bad.
I like the quarter cask.
Yeah, I have Lore also. Lore
The
was
quarter cask was the first peated whiskey I tried. That the bartender's like, you haven't had it? Here, try this. I was like, this is really good. I kind of like that quarter.
Yeah, Lefroy quarter cask is good.
Yeah. Now I have
Richie
a
Z
Cardet.
know if you have any drams tonight.
And a 4
Doc?
Sure. I had the sample, which was actually an Antique 107 pick that I scored 1 point on. I was like, it wasn't my favorite. I just tasted it blind by itself. I was like, wow, this is weird.
I like Antique
didn't get it at all.
107, but since I accidentally stumbled onto Bruzel's Antique 107, and that's his favorite one, I'm like, maybe I'm wrong.
Dude, I'll tell you,
it's okay. You can still like what you like.
So the Vascos, if you've never met the Vascos, they're absolutely wonderful. Such cool people, right?
Agreed. I did get to meet them in Kentucky. They're great people.
Yeah, they're super cool. And they're in Ohio, so they get access to a lot of the Weller shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so funny because Christine fucking does not like Antique 107. But they bring like all these bottles of Antique to give away to people. Like they stick a freaking
they can get it.
note on it and say this one's for Stalzy, this one's for Shits, this one's for whoever, right? They're super generous giving them away, but Christine doesn't like them.
I'm with Christine.
I'm not a real fan of the 107 either. I think Weller is overrated until you get to the one you talked about earlier, Stalzy, where you said, has anybody heard of the William LaRue Weller?
Oh well, yeah, that's a whole different.
That's a Weller I could drink, but I think all the others are overrated.
Well, so here's
sample from Corner Whiskey. Thanks, Corny.
I think the 107 is my favorite of the core line, but I still am not a huge fan.
Yeah,
I agree.
like it better than 112. I like it better than
107 because 107 is what I call the sweet spot of bourbon.
Proof wise,
between like 106 and 110 is the sweet spot of bourbon, and so the 107 is something that I find
I would stretch that 100 to 118 are like my favorite proofs.
And what I'm saying is, I think that's the sweet spot. I'm not saying that because like what did we talk about? The wild turkey, the 116, the one that's 116,
rare breed.
Rare breed.
Yeah,
rare breed's delicious, dude. That's a delicious.
Yeah, I like rare breed.
And 116 is that's a great spot.
Josh Fritz, you've never had Weller 107?
Jesus, Josh, where have you been?
Well, when I get your return address one of these days,
but at the same time,
I know what to send you.
I'm still a fan of 136 proof GTS. I really am.
Oh well, who's not?
And
I've never had it, so I don't know.
A lot of people aren't. A lot of people.
Mark, you never had GTS?
No, I had GTS, but not the 137. I have a 2008 GTS.
There you go.
What?
That was from Fats Wave at Cheech's meet up in Florida. It was really good.
Oh, nice.
So good. He let me sneak a sample to bring home.
I wish Eagle Rare would kick their shit.
That was the only GTS I've had.
108, 110. If Eagle Rare would go to 110, I might buy Eagle Rare all day long.
It used to be 101, right? There was old Eagle Rare 101
this year, but 101's not enough.
It's 90. It's 90.
Still watered down. It's still.
I mean, I think 90 is very approachable for a lot of people. That's why they keep it there.
That's why. Yeah.
90. It's in my opinion, the biggest insult you can say of a whiskey is it's non-offensive.
I don't think that's unpopular, corn whiskey.
I don't think that's unpopular. I really think William LaRue Weller is their most.
That premium. I've never had.
Yeah. I mean, those are probably their two most premium, but I really think that William LaRue Weller is the one that's it's the hardest to get. I've had multiple GTS. I've never had a William LaRue Weller.
It's harder to get, but this year, because I've had both of them, and GTS was better than William LaRue Weller. I didn't want to believe that because that's what
it definitely depends on the year.
It's Bourbon Night said that too, and like my friend up there in Kentucky. I like it's Bourbon Night, but not for any of the reasons that have anything to do with bourbon.
Yeah, baby.
Dude, those two are super nice, though. I met them in Vegas a couple years ago.
I'm certain they're nice.
We were hanging out. Like, Chad was, like, he was giving me advice on Livewire. I mean, without even knowing he was doing it.
I'm certain they're nice.
Sarah is delightful.
Sarah is absolutely.
She was really sweet, yeah, and super organized.
If you guys haven't done, what is it? Top of the barrel, something in the barrel.
But so here's the thing though, Mike. That's interesting about Sarah. Sarah is organized in a way that's not annoying, which is a hard thing to pull off. But she does it well.
That's because it helps everyone and not just her.
That's true.
Right? Like when you're super organized, like a fucking doctor or something, like all you care about is yourself.
Shut up. Doctors don't just care about themselves.
Just kidding, Doc. I'm only playing. Yeah, no, Sarah.
There's
with
20 people a day who would maybe beg to differ. Maybe not all of them.
Yeah. Will you stop saying the obvious about what it takes to be healthier, Doc?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
I mean, I've never seen Sarah do or say anything that was even remotely offensive. I mean, well, of course, I have a high tolerance for that.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm trying to think of a word because if there are female viewers, alternative word for the B word.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've never seen her do that. So yeah, she's always been great every time I've been around her.
She's super nice. And, I mean, those guys, they're very different than when Adam and I started this, it was like, we're very different than them, right? Because they're very much like, oh, I'm getting this. Don't you agree? Oh yeah, very much so. And Adam and I were just like, dude, this is good.
I like whiskey.
Yeah, like
me too.
This good, that bad, right? They're like, much more detailed in what they're doing, and that is definitely not my capabilities. I'm just like Stranahan's good. I don't know why. Cinnamon?
That's right.
Taste cinnamon?
Me take whiskey to my bedroom and pass out now.
Bedroom?
So do you not drink in bed? I'm sorry.
Well, I was just saying, if you're talking about what Mike and Adam did, I don't think anybody ever went to their bedroom.
Oh well, I wasn't picturing that exactly, but yeah.
Oh, Adriana, she won't be on tonight. I don't know what Adriana's doing tonight, but
science.
I know that I was texting with Adam earlier, and he and Roxanne were out doing stuff. And just so you guys know, happiness looks good on Adam and Roxanne. I'm super happy for those two. Good. I miss Adam. It's not as much fun doing Livewire without Adam, but
so I'm gonna say this, and I've said it on Sean's site, and I've said it on the Barrel. If you haven't been to the On the Barrel site, those two people are so much fun. They are Eric and Donna from That 70s Show. they're the most amazingly fun people, and she's way fun to talk to listen to. I'm not gonna lie.
Eric was having a hard time finding words there.
Yeah, I am, because I don't want to. The whole show is fun, but God Almighty, is she funner than the whole show?
Some things are more fun than other fun things.
She's amazing, dude. It's called On the Barrel, and they do their Monday. They do their Monday thing where
their names are Kaylin and Dustin. And they were on.
She's
they were on Stuff and Whiskey tonight.
She's so hot.
Stuff and Whiskey had them on their stream today.
She's amazing. She's so beautiful and funny. But both of them are funny. They're both really funny people.
They're like teenagers.
I believe we're supposed to have them on the Whiskey 6 in the next month-ish.
Cool. Because they're great. They are great people. They are really fun.
Yeah.
Are you going to change it to 7 because there's 2 of them?
No, we don't ever change the name. Sometimes there's only Whiskey 5. Sometimes there's been Whiskey 4 one time. That was an odd occasion where we had many call-outs last minute. We've also had a Whiskey 8 actually, and a Whiskey 9 at one point. Yeah, it varies, but
I'm not sure what this quintessential portside note is. It's giving us like
I've never sipped this before.
That makes sense.
No, this is actually not a bad thing to slowly sip. It's really
is
good.
It just Cuervo Gold? What is that?
Yeah,
it's
Cuervo Gold Especial.
To kill you?
Not bad.
That seems gross.
No, you're wrong.
I don't drink tequila. It makes me forget.
Oh, okay.
Licking salt and biting limes.
Yeah, that's for weak people. Training wheels. I don't do training wheels.
I don't know if you know this.
Make a margarita.
You know that's made from the plant instead of the grain it produces, which is weird.
There is no grain.
I know that. I'm making a joke, sir.
Okay, that's hilarious. I like that.
Tequila in general is made from
I only drink things that are made from grains that plants produce. I don't drink the plants themselves.
No. You should think about.
So you never had carrot juice?
Coca leaves.
Me either. I've never.
You drink coffee?
Okay.
And like the way they smell.
And in fairness,
coffee?
I was gonna say, Mike. In fairness, I've never drank them. I've only inhaled them. So.
Right? No. I don't.
What about coffee? You drink coffee?
I do not drink coffee.
Coca smells.
Do you drink hot chocolate?
The way Coca is. I just like the way it smells.
Very rarely, almost never.
Oh my God! Like if I don't have coffee every morning, I would kill myself.
I would kill myself if I
wouldn't
did.
wake up.
So
are you drinking energy drinks or Monsters or just nothing? No caffeine.
What is America's obsession with caffeine? I don't understand.
Are you decaffeinated? You're decaffeinated. That's awesome. Good for you.
It's like Coors Light.
No, I never have caffeine of any kind hardly.
Okay, that's
really.
Good. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed too. So
Coca-Cola. No sodas.
I don't drink soda.
Good for you. Good for you. Me neither, barely.
I drink 2 things, and you've seen me drink both of them tonight.
Water and whiskey.
Yeah, that's it.
Whiskey and water.
That's good, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, probably it'd be good if I drank less.
With you right now, Sean.
Flavored waters? You ever had a hint water or a?
What about this?
I have the bubblies, that shit.
Or a Waterloo? Yeah.
Yeah.
Circle of filtered water.
It's flavored, so you put a little.
Josh, sir, you do not know me.
Inside of it, and then when you drink it, it like flavors it with like berry or whatever.
That's what she said. Put this
inside of it, Doc.
Josh, here's what I'll say, sir. Not only have I been in close contact with the Devil's Dandruff, I've also procured it and how can I transported it for other folks that need it more than me.
There's some darkness to it for sure. That's got French oak. The port side is French oak too. The other one was French oak that I drank. Wow. This is a sample from Corner Whiskey, and he's describing it in the chat. I thought it's good. It's just hard to describe what that nose is. it's dark. It's like a dark
That's it, Richie Z.
fruit
You know what?
chocolate kind of
I'm gonna
thing.
have a second
Chocolate
pour,
raisin.
even though I should not, since it's now basically 12:15, and well, not quite.
Just do a
Wait a
little.
minute.
Sean, you know how you
Sean.
can avoid all that? Stop
No.
looking at the clock.
Chugging.
Since it,
Here's the thing, Mike.
brother.
I love you, buddy, but I hate chugging whiskey. I've only done it for you. You're the only
Why are
person.
you chugging it?
it is.
You
It is
take a-
corn.
You
Yeah,
take
that's
a little. You take a little snort. That's all.
good. Well, it's got
would
that big
be way worse.
silver, that big silver cap on there. Is that how much you're supposed to drink? Isn't it?
Do we get a straw? Do I just get a straw and?
Isn't that you're supposed to just drink shots?
Okay, maybe
This
snort
big,
was the wrong word.
big silver thing.
Stop talking about anything other than right now. Be here now.
Sean, it's not good for your sleep to watch the clock. You start
Yeah,
doing mental
like-
math. You worry about how long you're going to go to bed. It doesn't.
I actually talked to a doctor, and they were like, looking at the clock when you're trying to sleep increases stress and decreases melatonin.
Well, luck,
It makes you start thinking about how much sleep I'm going to get. You start doing mental math, like I got to go to sleep now, or else I'm only going to have this much. Just
you
Hey,
guys.
I
guys
know
and
you
your
can
simple
function on
problems.
5 hours of sleep. Which, by the way, I'm about to shut this down, so you don't have to worry.
Be
That's why there's
here
coffee.
now.
That's why you need caffeine in the morning, dickhead.
No. So here's what happens. Like,
and CPAP, right, Mike?
okay, so let's say I wake up horribly dehydrated because I've drank too much the night before. That's never happened, but let's just say that's what happened. And so then we go straight into some coffee. If I do that, what will happen is instant panic attacks, like the most
We're not
severe.
trying to tell you to drink coffee. If you're decaffeinated, that's good for you. I'm glad you
Don't
you know,
drink coffee.
do what you need to do. That's fine.
Just
Drink,
hydrate.
hydrate.
Tell the world how you are.
And if you wake up feeling like I don't want to go to work tomorrow,
As you
just have a
are.
little nip
As you were,
of some whiskey,
as I want
and
Oh,
you to
some,
be.
you'll go straight to work.
What is it? Peruvian something powder.
Marching.
That's it. Marching.
Marching powder.
For the record, everybody that has not tried Drifting Drams coffee needs to go try it, because those are
If you like coffee, Drifting Drams is where you need to be.
That's where you need to go.
Marching powder.
And Josh Briss makes it.
And if you're a Patreon, you just got an email or a text today about new barrel-aged blends.
there you go.
Yeah, for the record, I use Folgers so that I can do Drifting Graham coffee when I want a really good cup of coffee. Cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Josh Fritz makes a solid point. I did kind of say a thing last night where I was trying to drink less. Well, that lasted all of not even 24 hours. Oh, well.
You were trying to drink less?
I tried very hard.
Whiskey?
God, I
you
don't
mean?
believe that. I believe you tried, but I don't believe it was very hard.
Oh, well.
I believe you tried a little.
Well,
Did you know the girl that was in the movie Action Jackson? She died. What's her name?
I never watched that movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't. Who was in that one?
that was Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
No, but you
Oh.
said the actress.
Was this
Yeah,
the
only movie
80s?
I ever saw
The
with Carl
actress.
Weathers
She
called
was
Rock.
a music or like a musical star too. Not Chastity. It was something like that though.
Cher? Apollonia?
They
I
share.
believe we're talking about someone with darker tones. Than
No,
Cher.
she's kind of Olive Skinner. Yeah,
She's
I'll
Italian?
tell you. Hold on.
Oh,
Action.
right up my alley.
Jacks.
Much to my dismay.
Me
Jack
too.
and Mike D to my
Yeah,
dismay.
I prefer a
Vanity.
good
Vanity.
Vanity. I said Apollonia. I was close.
over
I am-
skin tones.
I have been bitten by jungle fever.
What?
So-
What is that you
I
have?
don't
Is
know
that
if
some
you're
kind of a
allowed to
vape?
say- I don't know if she would like you calling it that.
Is that a wax vaping device you've got there, Eric?
No,
What is that?
I'm picking
Hey,
my,
in
my
fairness,
teeth
Mike-
with my fucking
Oh,
gut.
with your spike,
uh,
with your lobotomy tool, he's picking his teeth.
Yeah, with my lobotomy tool.
It looks like you're like it's like a pipe or something. Weird.
No, I have a pipe, but I'm not doing that right now.
So Mike, here's the thing though, is it goes both ways. I was dating a
You too?
no.
Mike was just saying earlier about
No, I'm talking about like racist comments, I guess. No, No, so like I was dating a darker complected girl in the past, and she said that
Is this your wife?
No, my wife is kind of
Asian.
medium tone.
She's
Spanish.
Asian, right? Or
No,
Hispanic?
Spanish.
my wife is Italian and Puerto Rican.
She's black.
She's
That's-
Boricua.
That's not no.
Oh.
That's anyway.
She's Boricua.
Yeah, basically. So but in my past, I was dating a black girl, and she said that white guys' penises looked like chicken drumsticks, and I was like, all right, I mean, whatever.
I feel like it's more like chicken wing.
Wide on one end and narrow on the other. What are you talking about?
I
What are you talking
I think she was mainly talking about the color, but
Richie Z's been in the jungle forever.
Cooked or
Me
uncooked?
too, brother. Me too.
here's the thing: I like variety. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I like all the colors of the rainbow, like Skittles.
Yeah.
I like
Taste the
Hispanic.
rainbow.
I like Skittles.
I like Skittles. I do like Skittles. Have you
Saw a
tried the
double
new, like,
rainbow today out in my
Have
yard?
you
I was taking the
seen they
trash
have
out.
the-
What does it mean, man? What does
they
it
have the
mean?
freeze-dried Skittles now? They're pretty ridiculous, and they're
Yeah,
easier
my
to
son
chew.
likes this one.
I
So they
mean,
just disappear and try and bite us. It's dust.
all I'm saying is I have yet to find a flavor of lady that I didn't like.
Me too.
I just
I
like a
agree.
nice boob every once in a while.
I agree. I agree.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no flavor that I've ever tasted that I was like, nope, never gonna do that again.
My wife is blonde hair, blue eyes, and her maiden name is Perez. So that tells you she's like Hispanic, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I actually dated this is before my wife, obviously, but yeah, I dated a light-skinned Spanish girl. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more like Spain than actual Central South America, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
truly.
and I've dated light-skinned black girls.
Oh, man. Oh, those red bone girls.
I thought you were going to say the M word. I'm like, are we allowed to say that on YouTube?
He didn't say that. He said yellow. He said red bone. I
Yeah.
said light-skinned black girl. And it was actually someplace between red bone and light-skinned black girl.
Oh man, you get a red bone girl with like
Does
blue
that-
or green eyes. Oh, that's
Cafe
like,
Olay.
that's like
Does
that's
that count
like
as cinnamon girl?
I'm pretty
Cafe
sure they don't
Olay.
like us categorizing them in general. Like they just
I
are like,
would
I have a
Cafe Olay.
personality and a value.
Here's the thing: we're all categories. We're categories to them too. It's all the
Right.
I
same.
know, like they look at me and they see hunk, and I'm like, don't call me that.
No,
No,
they said
I have-
chunk, Mike.
Okay.
But I'm like, I have a personality that's more than just all of this.
I mean,
Can't
here's
you
the
tell
thing.
by how sideways my hat is?
Oh,
Like ladies are they're judging us too, just on different things. That's all.
I know. And some things we can't help,
That's true.
like height.
Everything. Oh, there's a whole YouTube genre on that stuff. The guy's like,
I'm
judge a guy by his height. Okay, then why can't we judge you by this? Why your weight or something? Oh,
Yeah.
Right. No, and,
Yes,
and,
step on a
I've
scale. I
actually
can't
said that.
control
I've
my
said
height,
that
but you
to
can
a woman
control
before.
your
She's
weight.
all- She's all, if you're not 6 feet tall, I'm not going to date you. I'm 5'11". I said, you know what? If you don't have C-cup breasts, I'm not dating you either.
There
She's
you
all,
go.
I have no choice over that. I said, just like I have no choice over my height.
Yeah, let's all
And I-
draw our lines in the
I don't-
sand here.
I
Dude.
don't.
that was a hell of a night too.
I don't.
C-cup is pretty
I don't
right
care
on the
about
money
C-cup
too,
breasts.
for the
I
record.
actually like A and
It
B
is.
cup breasts better.
Ah,
Did
perfect.
she say, "You're right. Let's go out on a date"?
C-cup is on the money. I
No.
hate to say it.
No, B cup, A cup, B cup, because gravity will never
That's
grab
what my
those.
brother has, bro.
Gravity will never grab. Gravity will never grab a B cup breast and drag it down.
Oh, one of my wife's best friends, when I met her, she's like, I was talking to her about the pencil test. And she's like, what the fuck is the pencil test? And I'm like, if you stick a pencil up under there and it falls down, you pass. And
Yes,
she goes, oh God, I wouldn't pass the pencil test. I'm like, no, you're a clipboard.
you're a clipboard. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
I would rather be with a woman who can't hold a pencil.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you because I mean, really, my only like point of necessity is the ace. I have to have a great
Yes.
ace. It's
Oh
just
my
a
God.
requirement.
Oh my god! I was standing. You know those? I don't know.
I feel like we're saying a lot of things we shouldn't say on a live,
Yeah,
but
this-
Drifting. We're
we need-
drifting.
Yeah, we need to. I need to shut the stream down to talk about this.
What?
Yeah, we should.
But I was at Costco today, and you know those like Amazon leggings that everybody was wearing like a year ago, where it was all over TikTok and Instagram, and it was like
Yeah.
they create. So there was this girl
The transparent.
at Amazon, and I'm like, those are the Amazon things, and that's not how they were meant to be worn. And it's not because she was heavy, it's because she was so skinny. And so they like, so those tights are supposed to like hug your ass.
yeah, right.
So
She had no butt, and so it was like loose.
Well, that's good because I got my headphones on and
so
microphone and everything.
so
Good for you, Mark. I do not have headphones
Mr.
or
Mom gets it. Good women are like good bacon.
yeah.
Jesus, Eric. Yeah, we all know what a good ass looks like.
Eric, I'm not making that bigger.
Okay.
You can.
Make it bigger. There's no
It's
way you
perfect.
can make it bigger.
Well, that's
Like
not
a
true.
shelf.
Drake has made many of them bigger.
That shit
That's
is
what, that's like when Aiden frickin' put the frickin' dildo on screen, and everybody was
yeah.
like,
No. That's the woman I'm like now in conversation.
"Yeah, text it to me privately with less clothes on, and
Right
we're
now.
good."
Right now, I'll text it to you.
What? Okay. Are you sure
All
this
right,
is an
hey,
actual
I'm gonna
person?
shut down the stream. Anybody that wants to jump
Mike,
in the
I
back,
feel like
you're
now is
welcome
the time.
to.
This is your cue.
Yeah, I'm gonna shut the stream down because YouTube just banned us. So
They did not.
no.
You know what I like? I like chips. I like a good corn chip. How about you guys?
Oh, corn
No,
chips are great.
I like a nice round. I like a nice round butt. That's my favorite thing in the whole goddamn world.
All right, everybody on screen, cheers. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Sean, it was so good to hang out with you, dude. We haven't hung out in a long time.
It has been too long, sir.
I appreciate you, brother, for hanging out. We will see you guys next week. Next week, I'll be here. The week after, I will not. But we'll see you guys. Have a good week, and we'll see you guys in a week.
Yep, there goes the microwave.